You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Hamby, are you a solid sleeper or not? Because I feel like your schedule is all over the place, where you're putting in 4-hour sleep schedules, 5-hour sleep schedules. Sometimes I feel like you get 10, but you're kind of all over the place. Would you consider yourself, though, a good sleeper when you do get 8 hours?
I'm a phenomenal sleeper.
I bet, man, because your body's craving it. Like, you need sleep. Woke up this morning from a great sleep, almost had a heart attack. Almost had a heart attack. Not really a heart attack, but felt a lot of panic and anxiety come over me. You know how my social media game works, right? Usually I'm off it, start the morning with it just because we got to kind of prep for the show. I got to see the stories of what's going on. So wake up, do my breath work, do a little, mobility, get some water, get some, just a little light green tea, and I'm ready to roll. Mm-hmm. Go on Twitter, and my heart sinks because I go to my mentions, and there is 48 unchecked mentions. Now, when I don't know how you feel, and maybe you don't experience this because maybe you're on there a little more than I am. When you see 48 unchecked mentions, you immediately think, okay, well, something went viral. Something's good. My heart and my mind goes to a different realm where it's like, dude, don't tell me I was sleep texting last night or something. I went on Twitter, said something stupid. Hopefully I didn't get hacked because that's going around right now. Other peers and everything are having their accounts getting shut down, so hopefully somebody didn't hack me and post some derogatory stuff. I didn't know what that was, dude. I didn't know what was going on. So then I click on the mentions, and dude, I didn't even want to click on it, Hamby. I'm like, please don't let me get hacked and say something like racist. Someone say, something like that. That's where my mind goes. Like, please, please, please. I hit the mentions, bro. It's the Trevor Lawrence video recirculating once again.
Are you serious?
We're back in there, man.
No shot.
We're back in there. I'm not sure what the numbers are now.
Oh my god.
But yeah, bro. The Trevor Lawrence video going a little viral once again to the point where,
dude,
and I think obviously people maybe didn't get the context of it or whatever, and that's fine. Hey, it's the internet. I understand it. But then it got to the point where someone started talking about, we should just bring up all the tweets, but someone started talking about and the guy was talking smack about Liam Cohen when he arm pumps on Jaguars happy hour, and he's hating on Liam Cohen's arm. Bruh. It was literally a joke. Because you know how Liam Cohen goes, let's go?
Yeah.
And once again, just, bringing a little humor, not being serious, I made the joke of if he keeps doing that, he might, throw a shoulder out. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about Tommy John surgery.
Right.
Didn't mean to make fun of the punching motion of Liam Cohen. Didn't and I can't believe I have to put this disclaimer out. Didn't mean to ensue that he's going to get hurt or wish ill will towards the Jacksonville Jaguars head football coach. Mm-hmm. Wasn't my intention at all.
Right.
Was just cracking a joke about him going like this, and hopefully he doesn't throw out the arm because they're winning so much. And one would think against the New York Jets, which we'll break down later, of what scares us about the New York Jets, one would think he might be throwing it again for the Jets thing. People had a problem with that.
Wow.
And ain't that the internet, Hamby? Ain't that the internet? Ain't that social media to a T? Like, it's absolutely insane. And this is why, Austen, where you been? How come you're not tweeting all? Bro, Twitter has turned into and Hamby, you probably didn't grow up going to bars and taverns and stuff, right?
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have a little segment of that back home in Central Wisconsin in the noontime hour because we have one of the craziest pictures I think that this show has ever seen.
I think so too.
It's not AI. This is a real tradition. It's Central Wisconsin. We'll tease that for the noon hour. Nevertheless, Twitter is like going back home for Thanksgiving or Christmas and going to your local bar or tavern. It's absolute chaos, man. Because all it is you see the same people every once in a while. maybe something funny happens. But usually it's just like, man, I got to get out of here. And usually it revolves around somebody's, getting up enough courage because people are egging them on to run their mouth. Run their mouth even though nothing will become of it. It's the internet. I get we all feel froggy. We all get a sense of confidence. Why though, man? And like, obviously I had a lot of comments I had to sift through and everything. And I see the same guy every single time it's about Trevor Lawrence talking smack about me. And I'll leave it at this because I'm still waiting for his response. Dude has no problem talking all day. And by the way, from last night into this morning, but then when I respond, crickets. So I'm waiting for that. But all I said was, man, let me bring it up quick. All I said was, I explained the context behind the Trevor video. If you didn't accept it, that's on you. You don't like me. So why the bleep are you letting me take up so much of your headspace and let me emotionally affect you to the point you got to run your mouth evenings into the morning? It's baffling. Still waiting on that one. I don't like Sully from Monsters, Inc. right now. Do you know why? Because he reminds me of Lad McConkey not getting the prop bet. I'm not going to text or tweet Sully from Monsters, Inc. in the evening into the morning, man. I got better things to do. But hey, if you want to run your mouth, if you want to talk that good talk, it's all good. It helps the viewership out. It helps Casey Kurtz get paid, I guess. So I'm all for it, man. But it's just wild how that video is going to get us so much more endorsements and everything. And it was like from 6-7 weeks ago.
How many?
I think it's like from, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
6-7 weeks ago.
That's insane.
Yeah, man. Oh, and by the way, people weren't happy with you cutting Devin Lloyd yesterday either.
I understand. It was the game.
Well,
I don't want to
people.
Of course I want to extend them.
And that's the problem, too. I think like
it's literally an exercise.
I know, but
we talk for 3 hours a day.
This is the problem, though, Hamby, is like we'll make a clip, we'll put it in the caption, and then people don't want to listen through the whole video.
No.
So they have no rhyme or reference. It's, Jason Hamby's cutting Devin Lloyd now.
Yeah.
Dude's probably going to be a Pro Bowler. Get him out of here.
I hate Devin Lloyd.
I hate Devin Lloyd. Yeah.
What?
Hey, it's the internet, man. Enjoy the ride. Don't take it too seriously, Hamby. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, but anyways, let's get to the game week here, and we've talked about the Jaguars and what kind of questions do they have to answer.
Mm-hmm.
They've ran the gambit of questions to answer. They've beat a quality team on primetime television. They've gone to the West Coast a couple times, taking care of business.
Yep.
They beat the Houston Texans at home. They beat the Colts at home, which they do generally, but now you feel like they're going to beat the Colts again, hopefully. There's not a lot of questions to answer about this team. Like, they're playing their best brand of football, top 10 defense, top 10 offense. There's a lot to like about the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. What other questions do they have to answer? This may, and now I get that I'm grasping at straws here, but it's a 3-hour show and Brent's not here, so hey, we need content. I get that I'm grasping at straws, but I think one argument you could make about what the Jaguars need to show to kind of be a complete team and kind of put us at ease is how do you handle the game that you're supposed to dominate? Now, we talked about the Cardinals. Okay, yeah, they're a rough, tough team. They stay in a lot of games. The Raiders, I get it, aren't a good team. We've seen that all season, but you go play in Vegas, right? They're coming off their bye. They had a lot to prove. It was an overtime game. Thank God for the hand of Devon Hamilton to, let the Jaguars win that game. A little closer than we all wanted, but they still win. How do you handle now being, 11, 12-point favorites at home, taking on a Jets team that is simply not good?
Yeah.
This, to me, is almost the final test, Hamby.
I think it's what I want to see, I think, is the final test is winning on the road against a good team. They did that in San Francisco, which was very impressive. But to me, they haven't done it since. Now, I still think winning on the road in the NFL is always impressive. Mm-hmm. So, the Vegas win, you don't get a ton of credit, but you get a little credit. Beating the Cardinals, I think you get a little credit. The last stretch for me will be Not even necessarily the Broncos. That's necessarily like that's not a test. That's more of a man. If you get it, that's icing on the cake. For me, the test will be beating the Colts on the road. Because even though the Colts are down, they're still a pretty good team overall, and you're going to have to play pretty well to beat them on the road. I think they answered the can we beat a bad team or take care of business when they beat the Titans. I know that was on the road as well, but they haven't done it at home.
Yeah, but hold on, Hamby. See, that Titans game, though, I still feel like, and I get it, it's one game at a time, and we're not bringing emotion to it. That's still an emotional ball game, right? Like, that's arguably your biggest rival, a division opponent. You haven't done well in Nashville. Like, I feel like you had a lot of incentive to go there and take care of business. But you're right. I mean, we all expected them to dominate, and guess what? They dominated.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, you should win this game by 2 touchdowns against the Jets. This would be getting you to 10 wins, which I think is a huge milestone just to get to 10 wins. And as we talked about a little bit yesterday, it's a continual battle, I think, for how you play and how you respond after you've already surpassed all expectations. Every player in that locker room and every coach, if you would ask them if they would have got to 9 wins this year, would have said absolutely. So how do you play now that you've reached that? I think that'll be obviously the determining factor of whether the Jags can go on a run or not. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to get to, hey, the Super Bowl is 60 days away. Mm-hmm. It's Super Bowl 60 days away. How can the Jags go? And what AFC teams, scare us the most? Power rankings. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But as for now, you've got, 4 AFC games left. Mm-hmm. Jets, Denver, Colts, and the Titans. Mm-hmm. And it's Brady Cook this Sunday. Brady Cook coming to town.
It might be Justin Fields, though. Well, no,
really?
They're saying Justin Fields might come back. They're still up in the air about it, obviously.
Okay.
But they're saying there's a possibility, I think, last time I checked, that Fields may come back. Now, we'll have to keep an eye on it. Probably more I forgot when they get in front of the cameras for press conferences, but this afternoon into tomorrow. But there is a possibility of Justin Fields playing. And that was going to be my next question, is when you break down this Jets team, like, what scares you?
Nothing.
Right? Because it's much like the Titans, and this is why I thought they were going to crush the Titans. Like, the Titans didn't scare you at all. Like, they didn't have Derrick Henry anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they have players, and they got Jeffrey Simmons, they don't really have an identity in Tennessee. Like, they're trying to make Cam Ward work and everything, but it ain't going to happen. So,
Austin, I think the Titans scared me more than the Jets. Because the Titans are going to get up for the game, first of all. The rivalry. So I think anything can happen in a rivalry. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward, at some point, is going to be due for a really good game. We had that the next week against the Browns. Last week. Played really well. Mm-hmm. So that was like 5% of a scare of what if Cam Ward has the best game of his career. I mean, he's been throwing it all right, and he's got a lot of talent. What if he figures it out or just has a great day? And their defensive line is decent.
Yeah.
I can't say any of those things about the Jets.
No, I mean, listen.
Not one of them.
The Jets have been gutted, right? And Delponic makes the point, no Quentin Williams, no Sauce Gardner.
They have nothing left.
They have nothing left, right? Like, and they don't really have an identity either.
No.
Like, I don't know if Quincy Williams is going to be up or not. Like, last year I think he was an all-pro linebacker. Like, he's decent. Like, every team's going to have good players. Doesn't matter what your record is. It's the NFL. Titans have Jeffrey Simmons. Raiders have Max Crosby and Bowers. Mm-hmm. Cardinals had Budda Baker. Really had to pull that one, but I got it. Budda Baker, Michael Wilson, is pretty good. Trey McBride. There we go. Like, every team's going to have good players.
Yeah.
The Jets, I mean, they have good players themselves, but they don't have an identity, and they don't really scare you.
Oh, I think Colin Saunders, Bink Saunders, is now on the Jets.
Okay. But I'll say this much about the Jets, Hamby, and this is more of Justin Fields' plays. I get the numbers and the QBR might be the worst in the league, but that could scare me. It could scare me because, and I forgot like what Patrick Mahomes ran on the Jaguars when he was going to run Like, has this team really seen a true dual threat running quarterback? Like, they saw Justin Herbert. We know how Herbert did. But I don't really count Herbert as like a dual threat. I think he runs when he has to, but he's not looking to run. Fields is looking to run.
Right.
We're not necessarily sure how this defense can handle that. Like, we have all supreme confidence in the defense, but then I have PTSD from Houston and watching Davis Mills run the football for 17 yards for a touchdown. Now, this team is drastically different from that episode, but if you're asking me, like, what scares me about the Jets, and it's not a lot, if Justin Fields plays and his ability to run with the football, that's something that maybe scares me.
I mean, gosh, I just would have a hard time believing that Fields at any point could really be capable of going on the road and beating a team right now. And again, I was a decent fan of Fields. It just hasn't obviously worked out. But I think also we've been waiting on, like, I think what the Jets would want their answer should be Breece Hall. Like, it should be Breece Hall in the same way that for the Colts, it's Jonathan Taylor. Now, I'm not comparing those two running backs.
But see, the running back doesn't scare me, though.
I know.
Because the Jaguars can shut down the running game all day.
And he hasn't gone for he's only had 3 100-yard games all season and hasn't had one in over a month. Yeah. It's been 58, 44, 68, 43. Breece Hall he's averaging 3 yards a carry over his last month. Yeah. And that's not going to do it. I mean, so if they can't run the football, if they're already one-dimensional pretty much off the jump, they don't. It's almost, how do they have a shot? How do they have a shot?
And once again, like, this is me taking the spread and over for the Jaguars. Like, this is a game they should dominate. I'm just saying, like, if we come in here and it's a little closer than expected, all I'm going to say is, well, I guess Justin Fields had a good day. Because, like, I don't see Breece Hall beating them. I don't see their passing game beating them. There's not a lot to like about the Jets. But it's my job, or it's our jobs, to go, okay, well, worst case scenario, what are you afraid of? The only thing I'm afraid of is Justin Fields if he does even play. If he doesn't play and they roll with undrafted rookie again, I mean, if you got fantasy football, yeah, start the Jaguars defense regardless of Fields. But like, if you start the Jaguars football team with an undrafted quarterback for the Jets, enjoy your fantasy playoffs win. Like, that's what it is. So that's literally, like, once again, I know it's football and there's there's parity and a lot of things can happen. You're asking me what scares me, if anything, about the Jets. The only thing that even comes to mind is Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Breece Hall doesn't. I think the Jaguars showed what we know right now is that they can shut the run game down. When you involve the quarterback, I think it's different, obviously, because we haven't seen a lot of running quarterbacks against the Jaguars. So discipline, gap integrity, all this stuff has to be at a premium when you're playing this Jets team if Fields is in. But yeah, this game is ripe for a big Jaguars win.
Their leading receiver, obviously Garrett Wilson, has yet to eclipse the 400-yard mark. Leading receiver does not have 400 yards, has 395. That's something special. And I know they've actually spread it around decently. John Mechie spent time, A.D. Mitchell. Those guys are looking like they're getting
Mechie's kind
better.
of their go-to guy, but he's been dropping a lot of balls. I've watched, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he had like 3 or 4 drops. But yeah, he's a guy in the slot that can do a lot of things. But yeah, man, like they don't have a lot of names that are going to make you worried about anything.
I mean, Mason Taylor's their second leading receiver at the tight end with 369 yards.
I think he's banged up too.
Goodness, man.
Yeah, listen. There's a reason why, is it 12 now, that the Jaguars are 12-point favorites at home?
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time, I feel like, in terms of double-digit favorites. There's a reason. Like, Vegas knows. I think we all know it. I'm just saying you got to keep Justin Fields in check.
Yeah, the line is 12.5 right now.
12.5? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess
YB, it's either Fields coming back or Brady Cook like it was last week.
And if you watched it last week with Brady Cook,
no,
that ain't the guy. Where'd he come from college again?
Missouri. He was pretty good at Missouri.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But he went undrafted, right?
I think he was undrafted.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Jets too, like I understand the season's in peril and there's not a lot to play for. Who knows what happens with Fields next year? I just don't think it doesn't make much sense to play Brady Cook to see what he's got because I don't think he's going to be the guy going forward either.
Right.
Like I think you're going to talk about a complete rebuild at the quarterback position. They have some draft capital to work with. Like they're going to try to find their guy.
Yeah.
So right now, if you're the Jets, the goal's got to be at least to play in competitive games and try to win games.
Right.
And I think Justin Fields does that a lot better than Cook.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Cook, if he were to play, just tries to throw it all over the field. Like, we have to lose.
Sure.
And he's
let
got.
it rip.
If the Jets have one thing, it's some team speed between A.D. Mitchell and Arian Smith, both guys that spent time at Georgia.
Hamby's got the breakdown.
Well, A.D. Mitchell transferred after he won a national championship with us, then to Texas.
Yeah.
He's the one who's also had a lot of drop problems.
Well, because he's with the Colts, right?
He was. Now he's with the Jets.
Yeah. So the Colts cut because he's a rookie.
Yes.
Or is he second? He's a rookie.
Second
year. Yeah. Lost the game against the Rams.
Yes. Dropped
the ball.
And they traded him, I think.
Okay.
It was a trade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's go back to this. So 2 weeks ago, this is really the only close game that the Jets have played recently.
Okay.
They played the Falcons at home and beat them, which is...
But hey, it's the Atlanta Falcons.
Of course.
And Penix is out, but yeah.
Tyrod Taylor played that game 19-33 for 172 and a touchdown. A.D. Mitchell was their leading receiver, 8 for 102 and a touchdown. Breece Hall, 20 carries, 68 yards and a touchdown. And Bijan ran all over him, 6.2. And the Falcons scored 24 points, but that was really the Jets' offense.
Yeah, and then their run defense now without Quinnen Williams is not
terrible.
Good. Yeah,
I think Delphonic put it in the chat, 30th in yards per game.
There you go. Yeah.
So you should be able to have your way. One more point before we take a break. I just want to, in the chat, Reese, we're going to get to the playoff picture and all that in the next break. So he said something about Texans-Jags matchup potentially. We will have that coming up for y'all.
Without a doubt. And I think one more thing, Hamby, and once again, I'm trying to find every single storyline, every single thing you can look at and say, why did the Jets even have a snowflake's chance in hell, putting up any points against the Jaguars? Is there a risk that this Jaguars team could look ahead to Denver right away? Or do you think Liam Cohen has established himself where it's like, hey, we got to live in the now, we got to focus on the New York Jets?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that Denver game
is huge.
Is going to be huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Here's my question. I would be very curious to know what percentage of the Jags locker room knows the tiebreaker situations and how big the Broncos game is.
I mean, I hope, listen, you're going through a lot halfway through the season, almost, a quarter, 3/4 of the way through the season. I don't know if they know, all that can happen, but they understand that if they beat the Broncos,
they got it.
You got a good shot of moving yourselves up to a better spot.
Right.
Yeah. And I think if Liam Coleman has showed us anything this year, it's the fact of his players don't look ahead.
Yeah.
They seem to be on task and focused at the goal at hand. So if that's the case, I mean, we're about to see in New York, if the team comes out a little flat, if Justin Fields is running around having a field day, pun intended, I guess.
Yeah.
Then it's okay, are you guys looking ahead a little bit? Right, but I think this is more of a college football thing than an NFL thing.
I think so, too. And even with the Jags, I mean, ahead of the Monday night game, they're playing on the West Coast and beat the 49ers. So I don't think they've looked ahead at any spots so far. And obviously, if it's an AFC team, that game matters a ton. So I think we're all set on that front.
Yeah, and that Broncos game is going to be fun. I'm going to be at that one, man.
Oh, yeah?
I hope it's – I mean, I'm from the cold, but let's keep it within reason. Let's keep it within 32 degrees, and if it's snowing, that's fine. But let's not drop below 20.
Okay.
Because then I'm gonna have to bundle my son up like he's the Michelin Man from the Christmas Story with that kid.
Yeah, he's not used to it.
Oh no, man, soft.
Yeah,
soft, man. That Florida air just gets right in that blood, man. But actually, he loves the snow too, so he'll be fine. Yeah, man. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Got to take care of the Jets first. All right, Hamby, what we got next coming up here? Playoff opponent power rankings. Let's get into it. A lot of candidates right now in the AFC who the Jaguars could play. Hopefully they can make a run and maybe they play a lot of teams. Who scares you? Who's pretenders? Who's contenders? We'll talk about it next.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Shacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Super Bowl. Are we on LX? I didn't even know what we're on LX.
Yep. You know what number that is?
No, Hamby. Let's establish one thing right now. Roman numerals. Don't know them. I think X is
10.
V is 5. The dashes are 1. I guess what? The L is 50?
Yeah.
Okay. 75.
What? Try that math again.
Nope, hold on. Hey, math isn't my strong suit. Walk me through it, please. Hold my hand. I need a chaperone.
You said X is 10.
X is 10.
And L is 50.
We're on 60, huh?
That's right.
I thought we're in the 70s.
Seriously?
I don't know, man. Dude, I don't. It's Roman numerals.
I didn't know either.
Do we use Roman numerals besides Super Bowl? I would get like the old school buildings like constructed when it's like MC, MX, or you know, like all that. Right. Those are the only times?
I think so.
Yeah. Shout out to Roman numerals, man. Football's making them great, you know. Cursive. We using cursive anymore? Not really. Thank God for those, 3 or 4 grades that I had in middle school or grade school where we had to write it cursive and everything and have it so neat because that's really paying off well. Mm-hmm. Have you seen my autograph? It's the sloppiest thing ever. It's an A and then it's a little L. Oh, yeah. If Casey was trying to get my autograph, he would not be pleased because it's not consistent and it's crazy. By the way, dude, did you know that I had to sign someone's arm and they got it tattooed one time?
Really?
When I was a rookie? Yeah. And I went with her to the tattoo shop. I think her name was Jaguar Julie, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Let's see if she has a Twitter.
I don't think she does. But
Jaguar Julie.
I don't know if it's even Julie, honestly. I thought it might have been. But, yeah, like I literally get into town.
Jaguar Julie Tucker.
That might be it. Yeah, man. That could be her.
If we got a picture.
Hammy, this was 16, 17 years ago.
It doesn't look like this nice lady is tatted.
Okay, well then it's not her.
Dang it.
Okay.
I really want.
But also, this was like 16. Like we're not going to spend the entire show going back to someone's profile to try to find the picture.
Yeah. Well, hey, tattoos are permanent, right?
Well, yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if Action Sports Jax, the other one, was there because they did like a story on it as well.
Oh, really?
Bro, it was wild. Like it was trippy, and like I was kind of hesitant because I'm like, I don't know how I feel about I'm
gonna find this, right?
Me signing someone's name. No, Hamby, she had like every single Jaguars player ever on it. It's not just me. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, crazy, man, crazy fandom, and I was glad to escort her to the tattoo studio and to be a part of the experience. Hamby, if you could tattoo anybody's name on you, if you had to, besides your wife's, or maybe don't even do that. It's bad luck. I feel like. Whose name you tattooing on yourself?
Gosh.
Like say like you meet him out, and about, and it's like, dude, I'm such a big fan. Can you please sign my arm? And then you got to take it to get tattooed.
I don't think I could ever get another human being's name on mine.
Okay, well, that's not the game now, is it?
Well, if I got to cut Devin Lloyd, I guess I have to do this one.
If you got to cut Devin Lloyd, you got to get tattooed with someone's signature. Who you taking?
Freaking Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I didn't know, man.
Shoot. Give me... Give me...
I'll wait.
Give me John Cena.
You would get John Cena's autograph tattooed on you. So, like, is this a thing where you would get it and then you could, like, wear a shirt so you said you can't see it? Something like that?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
You could do something like that.
Someone said James Hetfield from Metallica. All right.
I'd get Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee. I like it. I would. Yeah, I'm trying to think who I would get, man. Because, I'm already tatted as it is, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you could never even have to explain it.
And I'd have to explain it. But if I'm going to get one... And see, and here's the thing about it, too. And here's what I'm weird with. I don't, like... I have, like, Bucks jerseys. I don't have any... I have my own Jaguars jerseys. I have Red Wings jerseys. I have Brewers jerseys. I don't wear anybody's like name though that's present. You know, like I wear like old school guys, but I won't wear like a present player for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I think about it, like, it wouldn't be like a current player I'd get autographed. Someone said JP Shadrick tatted across my forehead. Dude, you know what? Go and give me Pete Prisco. Go and give me Pete Prisco right in the forearm, man. Let's go with Pete Prisco, dude.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, man. Well, you're either going to love it or you hate it, man, but you're going to accept it as is the Pete Prisco persona. All right, well, let's get into another game here, Hamby.
Yes.
Do you have
Super Bowl in San Fran?
Yep.
60 days away.
Super Bowl in San Fran, Bad Bunny at halftime show.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. AFC still there's a long ways to go in terms of who's going to get what draw, who's playing who and everything, but we have a decent idea of possible teams.
We do.
Can you put the list up? Do we got
yeah, we got it.
All right, let's put it up.
So real quick, as Reese mentioned in the chat, if the Jags...
Hold up, the chat's kind of blown up a little bit real quick.
It is.
I got my wife's name on my arm together. Shout out to you, Steven, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, like I guess I'm a little superstitious, but hey, sometimes it works out. That's amazing. I remember back in the day they did a special interview on you, Austin, when you had because I have a big boy tattoo that says the dumbest tattoo ever, but I love it. It says doing big boy things in a big boy world, and he's holding the football instead of a burger. And when I got to Detroit, because those are a big thing in Detroit. They're not a big thing in Jacksonville. You don't see big boys. They're more of a Midwest thing. And when I got to Detroit, where I stayed at in Dearborn, there was a big boy right next to where I was staying. So like they gave me like a coupon and everything to hit up the big boy because they did a story on my tattoo. So that was always wild. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes you got to do big boy things in a big boy world.
All
Hamby.
right.
Speaking of big boy things in a big boy world,
let's go.
Hamby bringing it up.
How are we going to get to the Jags to the Super Bowl?
Now, I don't like how we have the Rams in the background, but I get it. You just poached it. It's cool.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, yes, that's exactly what happened. Yep. Take it from the Rams website.
Yep.
All right, so we got the Broncos, we got the Patriots. The Broncos are the number 1 seed?
Yes.
Over the Patriots right now?
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay. Got Houston, got Buffalo, the Chargers, Pittsburgh, and then there we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Your Jacksonville Jaguars. Hamby, give me the power rankings in your eyes from the teams you want to play the most to the teams that scare you the most. So, for instance,
sure.
Start the list off of who do you want to play the most out of this group right now? Now, obviously, we're not going to say the Steelers because that doesn't make any sense to play them.
Yeah, we wouldn't play them.
Wouldn't play them.
And we also...
But you know what? Just for the sake, let's say they advance or whatever, like what teams... Let's just scroll the whole list.
I mean, obviously, number 1 is the Chargers.
That you want to play?
Yeah, if you want to play one team in the first round... you would hope that the Chargers could get up to the 6, and you would be hosting them just like you did 3 weeks ago when you beat the brakes off of them. What was it, 35-6?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be number 1. Number 2.
Well, yeah, and I'm gonna kind of play with you at the same time.
Okay.
I agree the Chargers as well, just because they have your number. Now they are getting a little healthier. They got Amari and Hampton coming back, but their offensive line's the offensive line.
Right.
And the Jaguars showed they have no problems getting home with Josh Hines, Allen, Trayvon Walker and company. So I agree with you. I would love to play the Chargers again, especially at home.
Yeah. Number 2 for me, I think would be. I think it would be the Bills. Now the Bills are potentially pretty scary, but
Hamby.
For me, for my money, look, it's a team that has playoff experience, but the teams that have had a lot of success, just because they've had a lot of success in the last couple of years, I don't think we need to be scared of. And Jacksonville, I think we just beat the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. I think, I don't know how much. And you would have said, oh, it's the Chiefs in prime time. They always play in prime time. They're always great in prime time. They're not going to beat the Jags. They're not going to lose to the Jags. Well, they did. And the Jags beat them. And I know Josh Allen is not playing very good football right now. So what matters to me more right now, a team that's hotter and more complete is scarier than the team that's been there before and has played really well in the playoffs in the past. So I said the Bills.
So you're taking the Bills. All right, so this is where we're going to start disagreeing, and this is great for the game. So the Bills scare me for 2 reasons. because of Josh Allen. Like, if I'm going to build a playoff team right now with a quarterback, and I get he hasn't played his best football, but guess what? A lot of quarterbacks haven't, it seems like. And I get Drake May might be your MVP, but if I'm going to start a playoff team, I'm going to start with Josh Allen right now. Like, out of all the quarterbacks, whether it's the NFC or the AFC, he scares me the most.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't come with you and say I want to play the Buffalo Bills, especially the way the Bills fans are going to travel. We've seen this before in Jacksonville, right? Like, Bills fans travel now.
They do.
And if we do play them in Jacksonville, like, they'll bring their buses and everything. They'll bring their tables, so you got to deal with that. So I don't go with the Bills next. I go with the Steelers next. You know, Aaron Rodgers, I think it's been kind of up and down. They're starting to use DK a little more if he's going to be healthy, but like, that offense doesn't really know what they want to do, and that's at the helm of Arthur Smith. Their defense has been kind of a roller coaster where to start the season, they were porous. Cam Hayward calls them out. They're better. Yeah, they have great players. TJ Watt's one of the best edge rushers in the league. I get all that. And I get their fans travel as well, but not as much as Buffalo, I feel like. So go ahead and give me the Pittsburgh Steelers next, just because their team doesn't scare me. Aaron Rodgers doesn't necessarily scare me. And I think it's a pretty, in terms of like the Steelers defense, I think the Jaguars match up well against them.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, the Steelers don't scare me at all. I didn't think we were picking division winners.
Yeah, no, that's why I said. That's why I said then. You know, assuming they win or something the first game, then we play in the second round. You know what I'm saying?
I got
so
you.
like, I'm comparing everybody here. Yeah, I should have made more clear.
Yeah.
So
the Steelers don't scare me at all. I would rather play them than the Bills. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So then next would be the Bills then for you.
Yes, and then after that for me, where's your third team? Who's your third team?
Yeah, this is the good question, isn't it? I mean, I'm really trying to think about this here. The Bills, and I just mentioned Josh Allen, but they have to run the football. What do the Jaguars specialize in terms of
they don't match
running
up
backs? No, like you can see James Cook getting shut down.
Yeah,
and if James Cook gets shut down, like, you don't have the supreme confidence in their wide receivers. But once again, it's Josh Allen scares you. But if you're asking me who I want to play next, yeah, give me the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
I get it. They're getting healthier. Their defense is getting more pieces back. But right now, their defense isn't good. Their game is predicated on running the football. And I think the Jaguars can shut down James Cook. If they shut down James Cook, I think you have that game. So, yeah, go ahead and give me the Bills next. Can't believe I'm saying that with Josh Allen, probably the best quarterback out of this whole group. But go ahead.
All right, next, I'm taking the Patriots for sure. The Patriots don't scare me. They have beaten absolutely nobody. Their only impressive win on the year is at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they did beat the Bucs on the road, which was impressive at the time. But that was a month ago, and the Bucs have since lost at home to the Saints. But beating the Giants, beating the Jets, beating the Falcons, the Browns, the Titans, the Saints, the Panthers, the Dolphins, and the Raiders. Well, actually, they lost to the Raiders first game of the year. They don't scare me at all. I mean, if you shut down Henderson, and I get it, I don't want to take anything away from May. He's playing great football, but they're so good because they're balanced. That's the whole reason the Patriots are good. They're good running the football. They're good through the air. Drake May can add to his legs. Well, they're also balanced just as a team, offensively and defensively, and especially they don't make mistakes, right? So they're a tough team. They're not going to give games away. They make you beat them, but they haven't played many teams that are capable of beating them.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather play them than the Broncos or the Texans, 100%.
Okay, so here's where I disagree with you. I'm taking the Texans next. Now, the defense scares you, obviously. They've already beat you once this season. But I think if the Jaguars have showed something is the Jaguars have scored some points. Now, I get it. It's not all on offense, right? You got lucky with a drop punt on special teams. You got lucky with a defensive touchdown. But the Jaguars have scored some points against the Houston Texans. You'd be playing the Houston Texans at home, which I think is a big deal as well. And while they do have the best defense in the NFL, I still haven't bought into who they are on offense. So it could be a close battle, which, could go either way. but I take our chances at home against an offense right now that hasn't really shown a lot, set aside from you got to shut down Nico Collins, which that scares you too.
Yeah.
Right? But I think I like the chances at home taking on Houston. So that's going to leave me the Broncos and Patriots, and I feel good about that. So, yes, the next team that scares me is the Houston Texans.
All right, yeah, I will go with the Texans next. I think I agree with everything that you said. I mean, the fact of the matter is the Jaguars, as I said yesterday, the Jaguars have played the Texans better than anybody in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You beat them, and you dominated them for 3 quarters and then collapsed. So you know the blueprint. You know exactly what you have to do to beat the Texans. There's no question about it. There's no guessing. And you have proven that you match up well against them. Again, you fell apart. That's on you. But you've also had Stroud's number.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Trevor Lawrence hasn't played great at all against the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
But Stroud hadn't played good at all either against you. So just the fact that you've beaten them and then you've dominated them for 3/4 of a game, I think the answer has to be the Texans, regardless of how good the defense is playing at that given moment. And if Stroud looks like he's gaining a little momentum, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Next.
Okay. Leaves us with one.
Well, hang on. Well, so I'm going to explain my Patriots pick now.
That's right.
So I have the Patriots as the second, least team that I want to play. You got to play them in their backyard. Could be a bad weather game. And once again, it's not necessarily because their schedule has kind of been cake, right? So, you feel good about that. But what I don't feel good about is Mike Vrabel. And I've constantly said this about Vrabel. I think he's a fantastic coach. I was a big fan of the Jaguars that have brought him here, but guess what? We got Liam Cohen. I'm not losing sleep about that. I think the Jaguars got their right guy, right? Just like the Patriots probably got their right guy because he knows about the Patriots, right? So both teams won there. But I just think Mike Vrabel, man, brings something different, right? And if you want to compare it to the Jacksonville Jaguars top 10 defense right now in the NFL. Jaguars top 10 offense in the NFL right now. So are the Patriots, and they're a little ranked higher in each category, right? So there's similarities between the Jaguars and the Patriots. And if you want to look at the analytics, the Patriots are just a little better on each side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes you nervous. Having an MVP, even though he's young, makes you nervous. And once again, they don't have the household names on a wide receiver. Even the running backs sometimes are an afterthought. Offensive line is when they're healthy, they're okay. But Drake May has been sacked a lot this year. But it's just, once again, it's playoff Vrabel that you know what you're getting. It's going to be a hard-fought physical game in New England. And that may make you a little nervous. Right. So I got the Patriots at number 2.
All right.
And then let's see what you got with number 1.
It's Broncos. Obviously, it starts with the defensive line. It's just scary.
Yeah.
If Trevor's under duress the entire game and they're able to somewhat stop ETN, I mean, what exactly do you have left? Obviously, their offense doesn't scare you, but they are able to run the football.
They're going to want to run the football. Yeah.
They want to run it. If you can shut down R.J. Harvey, which is doable, now as their lead back, obviously you're forcing. If you go into a game where it's like Bo Nix, we got to force Bo Nix to beat us, you shouldn't be quaking in your boots.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Josh Allen, far from that. But it is the defense. It's like how are you going to manufacture points, especially if you're on the road in a tough environment like Denver. So I think they are the deserving 1 seed as of right now. They've beat the Chiefs. They've beaten Houston. They've beaten the Cowboys, and they've shown also within that they can win in a litany of ways. Like they beat the Cowboys 44-24. And then the very next week went on the road to the Texans. It's the Texans last time they lost, and beat them 18-15. So 44-24, 18. They can win in a myriad of ways.
Yeah,
that's a that shows they're a very good football team. They're not a joke, and I think they're deserving of that. So I think they should be respected as the most feared team in the AFC.
And their coach has some obviously Super Bowl experience. I think Sean Payton is a great coach. And I think Bo Nix gives you the ability to where I always feel like Bo Nix is kind of an afterthought, but then he shows up and makes a crazy throw that not a lot of guys can make when he has to. Right? So, yeah, that defensive line, talking about the Texans defense, I mean, this Broncos defensive line is even better than them. Secondary is getting healthy now with Surtain coming back. They're going to be a tough team to beat, and we're going to get a little glimpse of it, in Denver. Like, well, let me ask you this, Hamby, real quick, and then we'll probably cut the break here. What time we got?
Yeah,
we'll cut the break. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to come at this question. So, obviously, you take care of the Jets. You go to Denver. Is it beneficial for the Jaguars to have their best game of the year and beat the Denver Broncos to gain that confidence, knowing you're probably going to see them again then, possibly in the playoffs? Or do you need it to go not as good, maybe get a little humbled by the Broncos, and it's like, okay, well, if we see him again, get ready.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be the end of the world, I don't think, if the Broncos humbled you a little bit. Now, if they beat you by 30 points, I don't necessarily want that.
No, that's not the conversation. But a hard-fought battle where the Broncos get you at the end maybe or something like that.
Yeah, they beat you by 10 in the end.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that wouldn't be the best thing for winning the division and all that stuff, but
I'm just saying worst-case scenario.
Yeah, that sets you on fire for the last 2 weeks. You beat the Colts. You beat the Titans again, and then it's playoff time, and you've still got a lot to prove. The only way you can really get complacency is if you were to finish the season undefeated with a win over the Broncos. Then I'd almost be a little bit worried you go into the playoffs thinking that you a little overconfident. Not necessarily with this Jaguars team, but in general, it's not all that inconceivable that a team could win 8 in a row, beat the best number 1 seed in the AFC, and come in a little high on their horse come playoff time.
Listen, before we head to break, and we talked about this on Happy Hour a little bit, I mean, if you want to look at the remaining schedule and everything of how it's going to shake out, it's most likely going to be round 1, Jags-Texans. Whether that's Texans coming here, hopefully Jaguars have to go to Houston, but like that's what it's looking like. Now, a lot of things could happen between those next 4 weeks, but like that's what it's shifting towards. Is, essentially a grudge match between the Texans and the Jags. How do you feel about that? For your opening first round, probably having the Texans at home.
Yeah, like I said, I'm probably decently confident.
Yeah.
I mean, you had them on the ropes. You dominated them for 3 quarters last time on the road. I don't think there's any reason to be all that concerned. Like, not going to overlook them. They're a very good team, but you've shown that you can beat them. If you execute and finish, you got it.
Yeah. It's just it's ironic though, man, because I feel like you have 2 teams right now that are probably playing their best brand of football.
I agree.
Of the year. Yeah. Since that Jags-Texans game, I feel like the Texans kind of found whatever it is, but they found something new. And obviously, since that Texans game, the Jaguars have been on fire as well. So, yeah, I mean, we always talk about, and Brent mentions this all the time, where you want to be playing your best football going into the playoffs. Independent, because Texans still have a couple tough games, I believe.
Yeah.
But you might be taking on a Texans team now that's also playing their best brand of football. Right?
100%.
The key is, though, hopefully you get them at home.
Right.
And not at Houston.
Right.
All right, man.
100%. Look, the Jags, that's it for the Jags. We'll have a little bit more talk at the in the noon hour. But did want to mention right now, shouts to Bolles. Championship game, state championship tonight.
Nice.
Down south in Miami against Cardinal Mooney. So David Edwards, Naeem Burrows, those kind of guys. A lot of talent on Bolles' roster. A lot of talent on Cardinal Mooney as well. But best of luck to a Jacksonville team trying to come back with a state championship game. I'm sure we will have those highlights for you tonight.
Bring it home, boys.
On Action Sports Jacks on Fox 30 and CBS 47.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily access Action News Jacks Now using your Roku device. First, launch Roku. Next, use the menu list to scroll down to the search feature. Then, use the remote to enter Action News Jacks into the search bar, and then click Action News Jacks thumbnail. Once you see this screen, go ahead and select Add App. Wait a few seconds for it to install. Once it finishes installing, press the star button on your remote and click on Move App or Move App to the top. Finally, select the app back on your home screen to open it. Now you can watch all the great content on Action News Jacks Now. Live daily breaking news.
We have breaking news happening right now in Clay County.
First alert weather and traffic.
Looks like we have a tornado warning. Let's take a look at that.
Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
We've got the Brent and Austen Show daily, live sporting events, and long-form interviews you can't see anywhere else.
And shows like Law and Crime and much more. And that's how you access Action News Jacks Now using your Roku device.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Oh, man. Quentin Jammer. Andy, I think you've seen this story.
Yes, I was unaware of this guy, though. Didn't really know who he was.
You don't remember him? Oh, yeah, I mean, it's like back in the early 2000s. Solid player, man. Played with like kind of like that old school safety and everything, man. Like played with a reckless abandonment. But I think this was on a podcast. He revealed that in 2011,
I think he just tweeted it out.
Maybe he tweeted it out. Yeah, you're right. Tweeted it out. In 2011, and this is a quote, I played completely bleep-faced and was drunk in at least 8 games.
Insane.
Not even like,
Yeah, he just tweeted this out 2 days ago.
Okay.
True story, ...
Yeah.
In 2011, I played completely blank-faced, drunk, in at least 8 games.
Yeah.
What?
Now, like, you hear stories every once in a while of, like, players, they'll do, like, a little shot or something just to kind of calm the nerves, kind of puts them in the zone. Cool. To be a starting NFL player in any capacity and, like, a highly coveted first-round pick, I believe he was, and to go out there and absolutely be bleep-faced. Hammered. And play at a very high level nonetheless is insane. Like,
I think I'm seeing that in that year, 2011, he was not.
Oh, he wasn't good?
Great.
Okay.
At all.
Were the PFF numbers down a little bit?
They were way down.
Oh, they were down? Okay, well, then
he
maybe that
didn't play
explains it. Oh, so then is this more of him, like, trying to make an excuse?
No.
Okay. How did we get on the conversation? Like, how did he just...
He literally just tweeted this out of nowhere, man.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of a player playing hammered.
He said he was trying to be vulnerable.
That's why he admitted it?
I guess so.
Okay. No, like, listen, trust me, man, I got stories on top of stories of players doing crazy things before games, right? Like, everyone's got their thing. You just got to feel like playing a football game when you're hammered probably isn't the best look. But I've known players that, before a game, they maybe want to, smoke a little bit and do that thing, and it is what it is. So who am I to judge, man? I just know, like, dude, if I go out there and I'm hammered and I'm trying to, like, get the play call and I'm trying to line up, there's no way, Hamby. There's no way I can function. Like, hey, do you want to know why it wouldn't work for me? Because the first play of the game, I would be like 3 yards, like offsides. I would be like, I would be in the offense's huddle, like not knowing what I'm doing. My dog played 8 games like that.
Half the year.
Crazy. And also, teammates maybe, because like if someone's drunk, you kind of know they're drunk.
Yeah, like why, are we not going to step in here and
coaches maybe? Like,
yeah,
somebody. This guy got through 8 games. No one said anything?
2 straight months.
No one had intervention. No one's like, hey, man, maybe lay it off a little bit. I can smell it on your breath. Nothing? Who was the coach back then, Hamby? Can you Google that real quick? Norv Turner. Wild, man.
Insane.
Hey, have you heard of that? I'm sure John Daly golfing.
Yeah.
Like, is there like any other like reported instances, and I'm probably wrong, I'm sure there's tons, but like of a player kind of showing up and hammering? I get like, there's the legend of Babe Ruth would drink and stuff. Wade Boggs would like drink like a case of beer, but I don't think he got hammered before a game.
David Wells claims that he threw his perfect game half drunk after a night of heavy partying the night before.
So he's hungover. Essentially, right?
That's what it
said.
Dennis Eckersley battled alcoholism and admitted to pitching while drunk and hungover during a difficult career period.
Yeah. Killer Tofu. I used to drink before getting on competitive video games and must admit that it did help me. Halo, Destiny, COD, Call of Duty. I mean, Hamby, are we missing? I mean, granted, Jammer didn't play his best football.
No.
Are we missing something? Should I, before my next fight, should I get a little tipsy?
I don't think that's going to do you much good, buddy.
I don't think so either. But you do hear stories of, like, the GOAT, by the way, John Jones, greatest MMA fighter of all time. Like, he would go out, like, the night before and everything. No, I don't think he came in.
He would go out?
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's been reported because, like, they went down this whole thing with Joe Rogan where it was, like, self-sabotage, where he would, like, try to make himself almost have an excuse if he was going to lose, even though he never lost because the guy's a beast.
Wow.
But, like, he would go out and party, like, the entire fight week.
Huh.
And then show up and just kick ass and take names.
Wow.
So, I don't know, man. Like, you hear Marshawn Lynch tell stories about he's doing shots before a game, shots of Hennessy, kind of calm the nerves a little bit.
That's insane.
Maybe there's something to be said for it.
We need to do.
You know what we got to do?
We're gonna get a couple brews in Brent before the next show.
Who's gonna be the official sponsor? Who wants it?
Yep.
But before the show, we're all doing a shot and see what happens. Oh, we'll be trading the whole team in no time. You want to talk about viewership? You want to talk about Twitter engagement?
That would be bad.
Get it. Especially you, Hamby, who just says the off-the-cuff things regardless. I mean, you start putting a couple zins in you, and it's all good to go. You put a couple shots in Hamby, he's selling the team to somebody else, I feel like.
Oh, boy.
I'm just saying. Now, Hamby, you're a baseball player, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't play collegiately?
No, just club ball.
Club ball.
Yep.
Do you play with a dip in?
I have before.
Does that help you?
I don't know if it helped or hurt or anything.
Okay.
I don't remember how that outing went.
Well, it was a rare thing, or it was?
Yeah, it was rare.
Okay, good dude. Because this is the crazy thing. Like with football players, and I'm talking about offensive linemen. There would be like, and this wasn't necessarily during practice during training camp when I played, but like during like a fast Friday or like it's more like a fast Friday, but sometimes a hard practice, bro. Guys had dips in. Now, I'm not going to lie. I used to dip all the time when I played football. I needed something to keep me awake, right? And because, like, it's either sunflower seeds or dipping. Like, that's just because it's the dog days of training camp and everything. You just got to dipping for a reason, like, helped you focus, right? And plus, I'm from Wisconsin. Come on. We're all doing it.
Right.
But to have the audacity to go out there during, like, I don't want to say a scrimmage, but like a live period or like a physical period with a dip in your mouth. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? And this is I've never seen, and this is an offensive lineman thing through and through. I never once saw, and we had defensive linemen shoot all the time. Never once saw a defensive lineman with a dip in at practice. Saw multiple upon multiple offensive linemen with dips in practice. And then as far as like the linebacker, the skill positions and everything, nah, man. Come on. The skill guys, they ain't dipping like that in the trenches. Trenches are different. Okay, so dipping didn't help you at all, you feel like?
No.
Okay.
Do we want to address what the chat is saying?
No, please. What do we got?
I Am Preacher Man says, I skied on shrooms once. It was magical.
That's amazing. I mean, we can go down this story if we want. Have you heard about the ketamine story? Should we talk about the ketamine story?
I don't know.
Do you know what ketamine is?
Isn't it like a horse tranquilizer?
Yeah. So I've shared this story before. I'll share it again real quick. College, junior year, had a clavicle, had like a dislocate. It's like a collarbone. Collarbone was off kilter.
Mm-hmm.
Had a bone fragment off it. Hurt. Couldn't breathe. Like hurt to even like put the pads on. Hurt to even breathe. I'm on the bus getting ready to go to the game, not knowing if I'm going to be playing or not. And one of our players got a hold because it's Kentucky, and in Kentucky, horses are a big thing. And in Kentucky, hey, you got ketamine by the bushels, right? So, put some ketamine in a water bottle, gave it to me, and I asked, "What is this?" He's like, "Oh, it's ketamine." I go, "Okay. What is it?" "Oh, it's kind of like Tylenol on steroids." Cool.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Okay, fine. Dude, it even got to the point because my mom wanted to know if I was playing. I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, it's all good." I text her. I'm like, I'm taking ketamine. And she goes, "What is ketamine?" Because, Hamby, this is 2010.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this wasn't a thing yet like it is now at parties. Like, this wasn't a thing. I had no idea what it was. Nobody did. So I texted my mom. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, it's cool. I'm doing ketamine." My mom's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's like extra strength Tylenol."
Oh my
and she's like, "Oh, cool." Hamby. And then once again, didn't like huff it or anything. Like put it in a water bottle, drink it.
Right.
Drink it. 10 minutes later on the bus, we were getting ready to play SEMO, by the way, Southeast Missouri. So it was a long bus ride. We don't charter. It's Murray State.
Right.
About 10 minutes, on the bus when I take it, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Because, preacher man, there we go. I thought I was going to die because it burned going down and that kind of freaked me out. Mm-hmm. But then I'm like, dude, something doesn't feel like I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I'm like, I'm not in the, but you know what? The clavicle felt fine. Like, I remember thinking like, man, I might have a heart attack, but you know what? This collarbone? What's this? I'm moving. I'm breathing right. Like, no pain. I'm like, okay. I get off the bus, and once again, I'm a game time decision. I get off the bus, get my pads on, zero pain. I go through warm-ups. I go to coach. I'm like, I'm ready.
Oh, wow.
Hamby, I don't remember a lot of the game, but believe me when I say that I think I had 2.5 sacks.
Holy cow, son.
I had unlimited energy. And when you want to talk about being locked in, Hamby, I was in a zone where, like, I saw the play before it even happened.
What?
Like, I'm not even lying to you. There's a play, and I forgot who the quarterback was for SEMO, where it was a quarterback rollout, and he was mobile. He was a dual threat guy. So he takes off and runs. Hamby, before the play even started, I'm like, instead of like going after the quarterback, I'm running like 5 yards across the linebackers, meeting the quarterback where I knew he was going to be to tackle him and take him out of bounds. One of my best games ever. And he even like after my mom was like, well, yeah, that ketamine. I'm like, yeah, ketamine. Well, bro, fast forward then, I get to the Jaguars and I'm watching Spike TV. And it was a show called like Street Drugs, like street drugs, heroin and methamphetamines and what are the cops busting? And all of a sudden came Street Drugs, Special K, the new killer on the streets. And it's like, huh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. So needless to say, that was my story in terms of things that I did. But yeah, man. Don't recommend it. Don't do it. Ever. But it was a crazy experience.
That's insanity.
And dude, it literally, and then after the game, obviously when it was wearing off, hey, I had to someone had to help me in the dude, I was in such pain.
Yeah.
But hey, it got me through.
Holy cow.
So there you go, man.
I'll never have any story that even comes close to anything like that.
Hey, and that's probably for the best, man. Only time I've did it, not gonna do it again. Dude, I'm 38 years old. Like I started doing that now. It's like we'll see you later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, man, that's my crazy story with that. So there you go.
Nuts.
Cool. You got any? So you never played? Nothing. I hear you, Hamby. I hear you, man.
What were some of the weirdest pregame ritual for other teammates, college or NFL?
Good question. Pre-game ritual. I mean, do you want to hear some of mine real quick?
Yeah.
Because I'll take you back to my college days, dude. I was a psycho. So when we played divisional opponents, I would take my tape, my tape around my wrists, because you tape your wrists. Offensive lineman, defensive lineman, it's almost like a rite of passage to tape your wrists. So I would tape my wrists, and I'd always write the same thing on my wrists. I would put initials for one of my friends who was in the military, who he was like one of the guys that was on like bomb disposal, where he had like the dogs and everything. Dude, he was in it.
Yeah.
So I was always worried about him. He's one of my best friends from high school. I was always worried about him because you couldn't stay in contact with him. He was always in some mess.
Right.
So I would always write his initials down, and then one of my friends that got paralyzed in a car accident that I went to high school with, I would write his initials down. And then on top of that, I would put kill him, and then I'd put all to the team that I was playing.
Yep.
Then I would go out, warm up. I wouldn't wear a shirt, so I would just be out there in shorts and my cleats. And I would play Yo Gotti, That's What's Up, because back in the day, Yo Gotti, Murray State, Kentucky, Tennessee, that's all everybody ever played in that part of the world was Yo Gotti. I would play Yo Gotti, That's What's Up, and I would stand at the 50-yard line, and I would rap the entire song while staring at the opposing team with my shirt off. Hamby, I was not well.
That is.
Hey, in retrospect, now you want to talk about mental health and like sports therapy, dude. If Murray State can afford it, they would have had a sports therapist. Hey, Austin, why don't you come off the field there without any shirt on and talk to us a little bit?
Yeah.
So that was probably my craziest thing that I used to do.
Wow.
I remember in Detroit, Dominic Raiola, whose son now. Yeah. What's his son's name? Dylan. Yeah. I told this story before, I think, too. Dominic would have an equipment manager whose only job is to bring a giant speaker.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And he would play like death metal, in the hallways that would echo out through the whole room. Like as soon as you heard that, it's like, okay, Dom's doing his thing.
Right.
So he would do that, and then this was my first time that I didn't know what his pregame rituals was, because the way that it works for pregame, Hamby, is like punters and kickers go out first.
Right.
Then skill position,
Yep.
and then usually, depending on the team, but usually the trench guys go out last, right, to get warmed up. So we go out as a group, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. And I didn't know what his pregame ritual was, and I'm standing right next to him. The dude throws up before every game to get himself
There's
psyched
a lot
up.
of people like that.
Yeah. So dude's like, we're standing, let's do it. I like the energy, right? I'm feeding off it. It's my first game with the Lions. I think we're in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little cold. So we're getting all pumped up, and all of a sudden the dude just everywhere. And like right in front of me, I'm like, oh, whoa. I'm pumped up too, but I ain't that pumped up. So that was always wild,
Golly.
man. I won't say this player, but there was a player that had literally a medicine cabinet of like stimulants and stuff that were legal. That he was taking illegal stuff that were legal. But I saw him, I think it was like 20 or 25 pills he would pop before a game. Yep. Saw that.
That's insane.
That was kind of always like a locker room joke, but I'm not going to say who that was. Anything else crazy? I mean, dude, you know what the best one was that I think was kind of crazy? Because, like, you know him as a player and you know how dominant he was. Paul Puslesny, you would think, like, his pregame ritual would be, like, headphones, like, getting himself psyched up, putting the eye black in the mirror saying it's go time.
What did he do? Nothing?
Puz would go over his playbook a little bit and then just sit there. That was it, man. And then obviously when he crossed the white lines, then
there's a warrior.
He's a warrior. But like, if you would have asked me, like, hey, who is like one of the most intense, crazy individuals you ever played with? Well, it's Puz. Now, he's also very smart. Don't get it twisted. He wasn't just out there like a meathead. Dude got us lined up every single time we asked him to. But you want to talk about just sheer intensity? It's Puz. And I was surprised because I knew when he came from Buffalo just how good he was, right? And you saw it in training camp. So, like, the first game that, we all played together, I kind of made it because, me, I got my headphones in, dude. I'm blasting, like, EDM. I'm blasting hip-hop. I'm blasting.
Get you hyped.
I'm blasting everything. I got Joe calling, shut that crap up, Lane. I'm like, don't worry about it. And I look at Puz, and, dude, Puz just sitting there. I'm like, okay. All right. Little weird. Not what I was expecting, but he's sitting there. And then we go on the field, and he's in the huddle because, once again, back in the day, like, you get in the huddle as a defense, too, and you tell what the call is and everything.
Right.
Dude, I remember, and I think I came in off the bench that, like, Puz's first game in Jacksonville, if I'm not mistaken. But I remember running into the huddle and, like, look up because Puz is calling it. I remember seeing Puz's eyes. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, man. And,
that's another
dude,
level.
It's because, once again, like, how good somebody is because, you know the inner circles, the peers and everything of what players are capable of. But then to actually stand in a huddle, and I think the kids call it aura these days or whatever. But I remember the first time looking at Puz in his eyes and everything, I'm like, thank God he's
on my team.
He's on my team.
Yeah.
And you may not play music and you may just glance at your playbook and then you just sit there until it's our time to go out. Whatever you got to do, man. But that was insane.
That is nuts.
Yeah. Because not what you would expect, I felt like.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Real quick, one more too that I always appreciate. I have to give him a shout out. So with the Chiefs, I talk about him all the time. Eric Berry. Eric Berry, like, I think every team's got one of these guys. He just so happened to be, I feel like, an all-pro and be one of these guys. He was the vocal leader. So before every single game, we would all gather around Eric Berry. And once again, like, this is me coming to the team. This is during preseason, right? I didn't play the regular season, but this is me coming to the team through preseason. And I'm not knowing, like, what the traditions are and everything. So I just kind of fall in line. And it was a tradition between before every single game, we all walk out as a team. Barry gets in the middle, and he would go, just kind of speak his stuff a little bit, and then he would go, "Killers!" And then we all shout, "Kill!" And, this is my first time. I'm like, man. "Killers, heat seekers, trained assassins." And I'm like, "Trained assassins." And then he would say, "You want some?" Then we got to say, "You want some? Come get some." And he'd keep on saying it. So he said it like a repetitive thing, like 3 or 4 times. Like, I've never been in a locker room like where everyone's got like their own, like, because usually groups break it down, right? Defensive lineman break it down. Skill position, break it down. Right. Offensive lineman. The entire team was around Eric Berry, and he's in the middle like he's Ray Lewis or somebody getting people hyped up and just singing "Killers, heat seekers, trained assassins." And like, dude, that always stood out to me, man. Hey, that guy was a special player now. And, he had the battle. I think he had cancer, correct? Or leukemia? He had something, man.
Yeah, he had something serious.
And then he came back and played after that. Like, that guy was something special. And there's not a lot of safeties out there that I feel like that can command a locker room like that. He was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of Jags notes.
What you got?
Right before we go to break, Liam Cohen talked to the media earlier this morning. From me, O'Brien says Liam Cohen was asked what the Jets do well, and he immediately answered with their elite special teams. Quote, "They can score on kickoff or punt." So that was special. That was what Cohen noticed.
Okay.
Take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And then question is, has Cole Van Lanen done enough to earn a starting spot? Mia says Liam Cohen answered, "I think so. We've got a great situation where we've got depth at multiple spots." So
sounds like he's earned it.
Yeah, the conversation that we had yesterday all about Cole Van Lanen. You can go back and check that out on Spotify or everywhere you get your podcast if you want to go back and listen to that. But yeah, Cole Van Lanen, pencil him in. Whether it's at left tackle or anywhere, he deserves a spot somewhere.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's got to be at left tackle.
And listen, and this is a little nod to Liam Cohen and this regime, because they made it abundantly clear where if you're playing a good brand of football, they're going to find a way to get you in, right? And I get Walker Little's making a lot more money. Now, Walker Little, in terms of that contract, that wasn't James Gladstone's decision. Obviously, Liam Cohen wasn't there, and then Tony Baselli wasn't in the role that he's in now. But I appreciate a team, regardless of what someone's making, regardless of how much energy, resources it takes to have them be the starter. I appreciate a team that's letting their players and not politics win over in terms of who should start.
Yeah.
And right now, Cole Van Lanen has earned that starting spot.
100%.
I get it. It sucks for Walker Little. You got hurt and everything. Now you essentially lose your spot. It's a performance-based business first. It doesn't matter about the salary cap, who's making what, who's playing what. What matters is the performance. And right now, Cole Van Lanen in the past 2 games is giving up that performance of a starting left tackle. Now, if that performance should falter and all of a sudden he regresses a little bit, well then guess what? Walker Little and other players still on the table. But right now, you ride the hot hand, you ride the great player. That's Cole Van Lanen. It's refreshing to hear, because I think there's some teams where it's like, well, I don't know, we're paying Walker Little this much money, let's throw him back.
Right.
I think some teams follow that narrative. The Jaguars have been consistently not doing that. I think it's paying dividends.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
We're going to be right back on the Brent and Austen Show. When we come back, Greg McGarity joins us. Talk some college football. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk college football playoff bracket. We're going to talk Taxslayer Gator Bowl and preview that for you as well. We know the matchup now. We'll break it down in just a couple of minutes.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard Exterior and Gutter Helmet Showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows. And down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters. And to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground. The water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you.
Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it.
String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right?
That's right.
So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man.
It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen show. We talked about college football a little bit yesterday. A lot of rumblings. Notre Dame's upset. Ole Miss, what's going to happen with them? Can they make a run without Lane Kiffin? James Madison, we found out that the backup quarterback for James Madison was the guy that we talked about last year, who was the starting quarterback of UNLV, who kind of turned on his team a little bit. So you hate that because James Madison was the Cinderella story, and then you find out, well, their backup quarterback did that, and it's like, okay. A lot of storylines in college football, and we got one right in our backyard going down, I think, December 27th, if I'm not mistaken, 7:30, the only prime time game in town. Virginia, Mizzou, great matchup on paper. I like it. I think we got Greg McGarity to join us to talk about that game. Greg, how we doing, man?
Doing good. Got two teams that are excited to be here, so let's get going.
Absolutely. Tell us about the process a little bit. I mean, were you kind of forced into these two teams? Did you request these two teams? Like, how did the whole conversation go down?
Well, let's just say it going into the 1:30 call with both conferences, we pretty much knew where things stood, and we really knew where things stood when we spoke last Friday in Atlanta. We knew all the options and all the alternatives, and so it was a matter of just plugging and playing Sunday afternoon. But at 1:30, when our ACC call was held, Orlando was just confirming that Notre Dame would be able to play, which the ACC responded and said, well, we need to double check on that. So we went dark for about an hour, and the next thing you know, Notre Dame was not available. So needless to say, that really upset the apple cart. So we had to start over. Wow. And so we were prepared to take Georgia Tech because Notre Dame was going to Orlando. So when that pivoted, then it was either Virginia or an 8-win ACC team, which really didn't appeal to us with SMU and Louisville and Wake Forest in play. And Pitt. So Virginia was the natural choice at that point in time. And then I think from the SEC side, unfortunately, there were only 5 teams available. And the two 6-win SEC teams, 6 wins in the conference, Texas and Vandy, elected to go to Orlando and Tampa. And Missouri could not go back to Nashville in a repeat game. So it was a process of elimination, and so Missouri ended here, Tennessee ended in Nashville, and LSU ended in Houston as a repeat game. So, we can advocate all we want, but when it's all said and done, the conferences dictate who you have.
Greg, it's wild because in your job, it's all about waiting to see what happens, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, you can put it on the board and say, we love this, but sure. You have to let it play out, right? And obviously, I think that Duke win against Virginia kind of threw some things around. But then you waiting on Notre Dame as well came into play. Like, what do you make of Notre Dame and their decision and everything? Like, what are some of the inner rumblings of how they handled things? Because obviously, it put you guys behind the 8 ball a little bit and having to do your jobs a little more, just because I didn't see that coming in terms of saying, well, hey, we're not going to go to the playoffs, so we're going to take our ball and go home.
Yeah, did it surprise you?
Yeah, I was shocked because Miami, my conversations with Dan Radakovich, the AD at Miami, if they weren't in, they were going to be here in Jacksonville, okay? Mm-hmm. So they had already made the decision for the game. I just don't think Notre Dame even discussed that internally about what if, to be able to say, I don't know if the question was asked, if you didn't make the playoff, are you still in play? I just wish that decision had been made before Notre Dame was made available to all the bowls at 1:30 on Sunday. But, I'm so old-fashioned. I think a commitment should be a commitment, regardless of who plays in the game. I hate the message that it sends to young people that, you're going to have adversity in your life, and you're going to have some things that don't go your way. And as you've seen, like Clark Lee's comments, I mean, he had the best comments of all that, they had everything in their hand. They just didn't take care of business, against Texas and Alabama. but he didn't blame anyone but themselves. So I think for Notre Dame to be blaming others and, like you said, taking their ball and going home, I think that's a terrible message to send to young people, and that, you need to deal with adversity and get through it and maybe make a point that, show that they were wrong in their deletion of them from the college football playoff.
Well, and Greg, and here's the thing too, right? And I understand, like, the game has changed a lot since I played collegiate football until now, but and I guess that they said that it was a player's vote, right? And then we've seen Iowa State and Kansas State opt out of bowl games as well. I have a hard time believing this comes down to the players, because, like, what player wants to go, oh, hey, cool, we just lost our last game, now we're not going to go to the bowl game and play one more game with each other? Like, it's hard to justify that, right? Like, I think if I'm a player, I want to make that walk one more time with my teammates and go out on a high note. So to sit there and say, well, this is the play, like, do you buy into that whole narrative, Greg, where this is all the players' call here?
No, I think it was I think they had to be led in some direction. And, for them to know that they would have an expense-paid trip to, Florida. Notre Dame would have been in Orlando. They would have been able to hang with each other. And truly, if they truly love the game of football, if they love playing the game, which is what you hope all these young people do, regardless of NIL or whatever. I mean, these kids have been playing football since Pop Warner.
Right.
And not to be able to hang out with your buddies for a stress-free week, and be able to benefit from the gifts that Bolles give, these players $500 worth of stuff. A lot of them used to give it as Christmas presents to their own family. So I just don't see that. I think it was a decision that was made hastily and in the fit of passion and rage. And I'm sure if they had sat on it for a bit of time, they would have thought about it a little differently. But yeah, I mean, if I'm a player that's the last time, it just came to a sudden halt and you aren't able to be with your buddies one more time and play a game that you love.
Yep. Hamby, I got one more question for you, man. I'll let you take over. Greg, could we see in the possible future then? Because I think this does hurt the sport of college football overall. Yep. Could we see, like, boosters and NIL associates just be like, hey, the bowl game's an opportunity for us to put the brand on the map. If you guys aren't going to play it, then we're going to start pulling money. Like, is this going to be in contracts going forward where it's like, you guys got to play your bowl game? Like, if I'm a booster, I'm a little pissed. Like, yeah, I understand maybe we didn't make it, to the playoff like we wanted, but it's still an opportunity to showcase your brand, showcase your program, get people talking a little bit. If I'm a booster, I want that. If I'm not getting that, I might pull my money away.
Yeah, I think some schools have it in their NIL deals to where if you're receiving NIL funds, you will complete the season unless you're injured. So okay. I think you're seeing that come into play because I know that's in the case of a couple of institutions that I'm aware of. But, yeah, I just think it's a chance, especially Notre Dame alumni that were in the Orlando area. You got parents of players. I mean, there's so many things at stake here. But, I hate that people say this meaningless games because the vast majority of players and coaches enjoy this opportunity. Because let's face it, you're not playing for the national championship. You're playing for the senior class for your buddies. But it's more important, you're getting ready for the next year. I mean, they're missing out on 15 practice opportunities, camaraderie. I couldn't tell you what Notre Dame's doing right now other than just as kind of like a pity party right now.
Yeah, I think that's the undersold part of it is 15 practices for the next year that you just forfeit your right to. Austen brought up the NIL for the players, but for the schools, obviously we've seen K-State fined $500,000 for opting out of their bowl game. But obviously with Notre Dame being independent, do you think that weighed on their decision? Not that the $500K is going to make it or break it for them, but is there any kind of penalty for the school itself, knowing that they have no conference to fine them?
Well, unless it's in the contract with the ACC as far as their participation, because since they have no one to answer to except for the ACC as far as affiliation with all the Olympic sports, I'm not sure what that is, but that's pale in comparison to all the work and time and effort. And everybody says bowls don't mean anything.
Right.
I tell you what, for our community, it's a big deal because not only is it just a football game, but so many things surround that as far as corporate involvement, activities. I think the big test is going to be when our new stadium opens in 28. We need to basically show that Jacksonville supports college football, because if we're going to be in the running, it's going to take more than just a stadium. It's going to take community buildup as far as the commercial, real estate, those things in the vicinity of the stadium. And, we'd love to be able to say, regardless of who we have in our game, look who turned out and supported it. So we're trying really hard on this end to brag about all the positive things there. These two teams are so excited to be here.
Yeah.
And the coaches realize the importance of the game and what it means to play one more time. And unfortunately, Notre Dame and K-State and Iowa State, they probably could have had some assistant coaches or interim individuals help. And, to a second or third string player that hadn't played or a scout team member, it's a huge deal for them. So I just take that they're not able to have that one final experience together.
Well, and Greg, and then, speaking of this game coming up then, December 27th, 7:30, Taxslayer Gator Bowl, talk to us about Virginia, Mizzou, because you feel like Virginia, they had an opportunity to put out in front of the world.
They were right there.
They let Duke get the best of them, and now they're almost like representing a conference that no one really has a lot of respect for. It's kind of an eat each other kind of conference, taking on a Mizzou team from the SEC that, 8-4, a quality team, kind of have like an old school throwback, a fun team to watch. Like, what can fans expect for this game coming up?
Well, I think it's the first appearance in a bowl for Virginia since 2019. So
that's great for their fans.
This group, they don't really know what to expect. They were here back in 2008, so probably people don't remember that. But as their head coach, Tony Elliott, said, they've got a chance to win 11 games the first time in program history. So they've got an ability to do things. And Missouri, as Eli said yesterday, they've got a chance to win 9 games. For the first time, I think it'd be the first time they won at least 9 games 3 or 4 years in a row. So it's a big deal for him. He's taking it the right way. But, you look at the last 3 years, this game has been a springboard. You go back to 22, Notre Dame beat South Carolina. The next year they won 10 games. The next year they're in the college football playoff. Clemson defeats Kentucky in 23. The next year they're in the CFP. And last year, Ole Miss and Duke. Ole Miss is in the playoff, and Duke won the ACC. So who knows what's going to happen this year, but if you approach this game the right way, it's proven that it can be a springboard into really, really good things in 2026. So I think it's going to be a matchup of two highly respected coaches that really enjoy each other's company. Eli, coaching back at NC State, has a history with Tony Elliott, and they get along great. So tremendous respect for two high-class institutions that are going to put on a show.
And Greg, and then what is the thought of the time slot and everything? Obviously, December 27th, a little different for the Gator Bowl. Like, how do you guys feel about that? I think it's the only primetime game that'll be on for the college football world. Like, how do you feel about the new slot and everything? Is that something you're going to kind of carry going forward?
Absolutely. We love that slot. The thing that helped this year was the Jaguars not knowing when they're going to play their final game of the season against the Titans here, because it was either going to be a Saturday or Sunday game, which forced our window backwards, which was perfect. And so our ratings have been so strong over a period of time that I know that ESPN/ABC wanted to have a primetime game with our Taxslayer Gator Bowl because they know people have watched our game. When the game kicked off last year with Duke and Ole Miss, there were over 7.5 million people watching that game. So they know the bounce we can get. As you said, it's the only game in town on TV at that time slot. There's a game before us and after us, but we'll be on network TV. First time we've been on network TV in quite some time. We've been on ESPN prior, but it's a great time slot, and I know Taxslayer is so excited about the ratings that will be driven by that game.
I love it. Greg, if we can, I'm going to throw up this bracket for the 12-team playoff and get your thoughts on that. First, obviously, we've talked about Notre Dame, so don't necessarily want to beat that over the head, but anything else that stuck out to you as these teams were being revealed on Sunday?
Unfortunately, there cannot be avoidance of replays. You've got Ole Miss. I think they'll beat Tulane, so they're going to play Georgia, and then you've got Alabama, Oklahoma that are going to play each other. So many SEC teams in there, it's hard to avoid certain matchups. I certainly probably would have put Georgia at 2. I'm a little biased here, but Ohio State at 3. That would have provided a little buffer as far as Georgia. I think Texas Tech was the 4th best team in the country, but I really wasn't surprised. I think the unfortunate thing is the committee, for week after week after week, had Notre Dame over Miami.
They did.
And really, for them to say, well, there was someone in between them and all that other stuff, nobody really buys that. And I think that should have been stated from day one, that head-to-head win was going to be very difficult to overcome. And if they had Notre Dame below Miami all along, there would be no problem here. Right. I think the Notre Dame AD is upset with the process, and I can understand that, but I just don't see how they could avoid not discussing that head-to-head more intently than they did, regardless of where the teams were, because nothing really changed the last 5 weeks of the year for either one of those teams. So go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off a lot earlier than Selection Sunday.
You mentioned Georgia not being 2. I think, I'm biased as well. I'm in the same boat.
Might be the most biased person in this state, but go ahead.
Yeah. But I was a little upset when I first saw them at 3 instead of 2, and then I saw that they would get the winner of Tulane Ole Miss. I said, wait a second now, they might have done us a favor. And right. Ole Miss is capable of anything.
Yeah.
But I think I would rather play them, a team that you've already beaten without their head coach, than an A&M team that at points in the season looked unbeatable.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the most intriguing of the matchups of the first round? Is it Miami, Texas A&M? Is it Alabama, Oklahoma, where you really don't know what you're going to get from Alabama? It's a really wild card kind of team. Sometimes they're the best offense in the country, and then sometimes they look like, it's 3 and out after 3 and out against the Oklahoma defense in Norman. Which one do you think is the most intriguing here?
I think both of them are going to be a pick 'em. I don't know what the lines are for the game, but it'll really be interesting to see how Miami reacts. And it'll be interesting to see how Texas A&M. I think that game starts at 11 in the morning out there. Yeah. So you get started right away. It's just like a regular game at home. I mean, I know it's the college football playoff, and it's in an odd time, the week before Christmas. But I just think those two games, and I think Alabama. I tell you what, it's going to be a huge game for Alabama for their future. Because if they go there and are dominated like they were against Georgia, I think that brand's going to suffer. If they come back and get off the mat and beat Oklahoma, they had so many turnovers in that first Oklahoma game. If they don't have the pick six and, Williams doesn't fumble the punt return, it's a pretty even match game. So I think they're going to be the lines in those games are going to be 1 or 2 points. But I think those two games are going to be so much fun to watch. I'm not so sure the other two. I think they'll be blowouts.
I got 2 quick ones for you before we get you out of here. Appreciate your time on a Wednesday. How many teams do you think can win a national title in this group?
I think all 10 can. I really do on the right day. I think that whoever's hot at the right time, whoever can eliminate mistakes. I mean, you think about Ohio State, the way they didn't lose, but they could have tied the game with a chip shot field goal.
Right.
I mean, how many times has that hurt Ohio State? I know it allowed Georgia to move into the championship game. So I guess I'm just surprised that there's such difficulty with some teams with special teams. And, it comes down to a good foot and a good hold, and same thing in the NFL, man. You cannot let those opportunities pass because it's going to cost you in those games that are so tight.
For sure.
And then as far as New York goes with the Heisman candidates, Mendoza, Love, Sayin, and Pavia, is it down to the only 2 teams or 2 players who are going to be competing in the playoff? Are Pavia and Love at a kind of disadvantage because they're done? or Vanderbilt's obviously playing in their bowl game.
Yeah.
But is there a kind of an inherent bias of the teams that get to play onward and play in the big games?
Well, it gave Mendoza another chance to show how good he is, and the others, didn't have that opportunity. So it all depends on when these voters voted. I think they can vote. I'm not sure what the voting window is, but if they saw him, and it's so hard to go against Mendoza because of Indiana's success, his value to the team, and you can make the same argument with Pavia, but I think he came on a little late. So a lot depends on when these voters, when their mind is made up. But if you were indecisive, boy, I don't know how you can go against Mendoza, who's done a great job against one of the fairy tale come true stories in college football.
Not a doubt. Hamby, anything else? Are we good, man?
I love it.
Greg, thanks for your time, dude.
Greg, Taxslayer, GatorBowl.com for tickets, January 27th, 7:30. Anything else fans need to know ahead of this one if they're planning on headed out for Virginia and Missouri?
Yeah, we've got unbelievable deals on our Taxslayer, GatorBowl.com. I mean, they're price points for everyone. So, it's really important that we get as many people as we can there, and we're working the phones and working our contacts as close as we can, but it really is important for community support. And again, TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. Read about all the great deals we have, and come on down.
All right,
yeah,
Greg.
it's going to be a great game, man. I think this is a game that two teams got something to play for, man. And when you got that on paper, that's always a fun game to watch.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, appreciate your time. I will be right back. When we come back, we're headed up to the middle of Wisconsin for one of the wildest pictures I think you'll see. And I'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll be right back.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard Exterior and Gutter Helmet Showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season. and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
All right, everybody. I get Jacksonville can be a weird, wild place sometimes. My neck of the woods where I was born, wasn't born, but raised. Spent a lot of my formative years in central Wisconsin. Gets kind of weird and wild sometimes as well. And sometimes there might be at your local tavern/bar, there might be a buck contest where you judge who wins, not based off of how many points the buck or the deer has, based off of more of which deer had the biggest nuts. And then when you weigh it in, and maybe the sack weighs 18.3 ounces, maybe you feel like you got to put it in your mouth to celebrate the win. And here we go. That's what you're getting in this picture.
How did you find this?
One of my friends posted it. I guess they were there.
They were there.
Yeah.
They know this gentleman.
I mean, I don't know if they know, like
Mr. Justin Fuller.
So real quick, this, and we're going with the picture now, because once again, I don't get in trouble. So they didn't know him, but like, Hamby, you have to understand, like when it's like, if it's like a deer contest or back at a bar called Shawnee B's that I used to frequent busily in my formative years once again, they have a squirrel contest. I talk about the squirrel contest. There's a giant squirrel contest where you got to shoot a black squirrel, a red squirrel, and a gray squirrel. First one to do that and bring the carcasses back gets a prize. Mm-hmm. This is you shoot the buck, you take the nutsack, and then you weigh it. But like people are gonna like stay at the bar to see who wins. It's almost like a fishing tournament, right? Like you're not just gonna you catch a giant fish, you can't leave. You got to see who wins. That was the situation there. And this was a couple weeks ago during deer season. It's usually like around Thanksgiving or so. Mm-hmm. But that picture popped up and I sent it to you, and the rest is history. You see what happens when Brent Martineau's gone? Dude. But Hamby, how much money would it cost you to take that picture? because I'm going to be honest right now.
Uh-huh.
That guy won it. I think he got like $500.
Yeah, I mean, based off of the background of the picture, no hate, but it doesn't look like.
Oh, dude, come on! This is it's a tavern, man.
This is your back, neighborhood competition.
Yeah, but hey, instead of paying $20 for a drink at a bar, maybe around here, I mean, you're paying $1 for a beer, possibly.
Dude,
a $1.50.
I'd take that picture for $300.
I thought we were gonna ask. So you're saying if I enter you in the contest next year,
right?
And I take you to my grandpa's land, 402 acres of prime timber, ready to go deer hunting.
I'd love to.
You been deer hunting?
No.
Okay, we go deer hunting, and you shoot the 30-pointer, you shoot the buck.
Mm-hmm.
You chop the thing off, and you got to dress it, which is a big thing. And how do you feel about blood and guts? You all right?
I'm cool.
Okay,
so as long as that's not,
No, we're not putting that in our mouths.
Right.
So we're all good. Okay, then we'll bring the nut sack to the bar. $300 is gonna get that thing in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Hamby.
been like 3 or 4 weeks since it's been shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's no big deal.
Okay, man. All right, more power to you.
What? I mean, how much is it going to take for you? I mean, certainly not that much. It's a quick picture, and let's go.
Hey, man, it ain't about them. It's about the picture living forever.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's a buck. It's not a human being.
Your grandkids are going to have to see that.
Yeah, that's a good story.
I guess so. Like when you're 80 years old on the porch, because dude, for whatever reason, I picture you on a porch. In a rocking chair.
Oh,
I
I'd
really
love to
do.
Be. Yes.
I really do. Maybe have the Georgia game in the background or something, but I definitely picture you on the porch rocking back and forth, talking about the good old days, and you're saying you're cool with, hey, Granddad Jason. Hey, I don't know, what does the South call their grandparents? What is it usually? Papa?
Yeah, Pawpaw or Papa or something like that.
Hey, Pawpaw, tell us about the one where you stuck the deer's testicles in your mouth. Whoa. I knew this guy Austen, and for $300, and it's like, okay, man. If that's the life that you want to live, man, more power to you, Hamby.
That'd be a good story.
It would be something. It would be something. See, this is what we got to do. We can't do it during the off season because it's during football season. We got to do like a week show from like Central Wisconsin.
I'm down.
And we'll do the squirrel tournament. By the way, the squirrel tournament's insane because are you familiar with a lot of squirrels?
I guess not.
Okay, well, do you know where they like to hang out?
Trees.
Besides that, because that's kind of hard to shoot and take down.
Houses.
What specifically about a house?
Roofs.
Bird feeders.
Oh, that's right.
So there was this, and once again, in Central Wisconsin, I had a bunch of friends that took part in that tournament, and they went to one of my friends' parents' their houses to go to because they had a giant bird feeder, and lo and behold, there was squirrels were in the bird feeder. I think it was the gray squirrels in the bird feeder. So my friend may have shot the bird feeder, and it may have may have hit the house too as well. In doing so,
squirrel hit the house?
No, not this. The squirrel didn't do anything.
Well,
Something
maybe,
else.
I mean,
hit
depending on what he shot it with, it could fly off and hit the house.
But dude, if you want, if we ever get to Wisconsin, man, we'll definitely do it because I've never taken part in it personally, but the way it's been described to me is like we're all adults, or Hamby, right? You're an old soul. I get you're young, but you're still an adult. When that buzzer goes, because you have to start like at the starting point of the bar or the tavern, and then when they hit like the horn, it's like a race to see who can get the squirrels first. Dude, it feels like you're a kid again. Like you literally got like your 22 or like your 20 gauge, and you're just you're sprinting, you're shooting bird feeders and stuff, man. It's a good time. Just got to keep it safe, and probably don't mix drinking with that. Save it till after the shooting of the squirrels.
All right, I want to go from Wisconsin to Indianapolis.
Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, they signed him.
And he could start Sunday.
Yeah.
He just spoke to the media in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the quote. "Shoot, we're going to run the crap out of the ball and go from there. We'll see what I can do, but I'm not here to be the savior." Perfect Phil Rivers quote to get us going.
That's amazing.
Steichen indicated that Rivers could start independent of Riley Leonard's status. Leonard will practice today on some level. Steichen said they'll be evaluating Rivers through the week and decide accordingly about Sunday. Philip Rivers also said, quote, "They wanted me. It's a game I love to play, but I thought that ship had sailed. There's risk involved, and it's a gift to see if I can still do it."
Yeah.
I can't believe he's an option for Sunday.
I mean, you got to think about this, Hamby. Like, realistically, how much has this dude been working out? How much has this dude been, like, throwing around the football? Like,
I mean, I guess to his kids. I mean, I know
Okay,
he's coaching high
yeah.
school ball, but
yeah, and I get it. It's probably a different position than, like, a wide receiver, defensive end, a player where it's like, there's got to be the physicality, there's got to be the strength, the speed to be able to hold up.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need all that. But I have a hard time believing a guy who I feel like probably hasn't been, just slinging it nonstop is going to come in and make that big of a difference. And if he does, man, then more power to him. Do you want to see this, Hamby? And I get, like, maybe you want to see it because you're, on behalf of the Jaguars.
Whoa.
But
I love Phil Rivers. I want to see him play.
You want to see him play.
I'd love to see him play.
I'm down for it, man. I just hope that it looks okay.
You know,
like, dude, I don't want to see this dude get hurt. And once again, I'm not tied to him, and I don't even care. Like, I just don't want to see, like, a catastrophic injury because, the body wasn't ready. That's all I'm worried about. If he doesn't get hurt, then more power to you, man. Go live that dream. Hey, maybe you do well. It might become a Disney movie one day.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go out there and pull a hammy in the first play. But again, I mean, he was not going to do that in practice, and he looks good. Somebody said he looks like just as good a shape now as he was in his last year of his career.
Okay, so let me ask this question then, Hamby. And I can't believe we're going down this road because I've all but said the Colts they're done.
Right.
Like, sorry, you had a great run. You lose your starting quarterback. I feel like your quarterbacks are kind of cursed there in Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson takes a metal band thing to the eye. You haven't had a quarterback, I feel like, in a long time that's been consistent.
Right.
Daniel Jones was that dude, breaks his leg, and then he tears his Achilles. If Philip Rivers, and I can't believe I'm getting ready to say this, somehow finds a way to lead the Colts into the playoffs and win meaningful football games against pretty quality teams, a murderer's row of opponents, where does that fit in the storylines of the season? Because I'm going to preface it by saying this.
Dude.
I remember how crazy everyone went when Joe Flacco was the Browns, right?
Yeah.
To the playoffs?
Yeah.
And like how everyone was
beat the
celebrating
Jags.
Joe. I mean, he was the talk of the ESPYs and all this stuff. What is the storyline going to be if Philip Rivers does it?
Freaking Grandpa Philip.
But I'm saying, like, how big of a story is that going to be for football?
Oh, it's going to be huge.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, I think.
Yeah.
And part of the appeal of the story is that if he plays, he's forfeiting, or not forfeiting, but postponing any shot of the Hall of Fame by 5 years. Like, he'd be eligible next year. Now, I'm not saying he'd be a first ballot. I don't believe he would be. But it's been 5 years since he last played.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have to reset that clock if he's even put on the active roster. So, I mean, obviously he can't do any damage to his career because anything that he does here is strictly icing on the cake. But that is like, for a guy who I'm assuming cares about the Hall of Fame, because who wouldn't?
Of course, man.
You got to wait another 5. And
yeah, I didn't think about that.
So, like, that is...
Wait, hang on, Hamby. So if he play... So
if he's on the active roster at all.
If he's on the active roster, he has to wait 5 years.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
So even if he doesn't play, he's on the practice squad right now, so it's not the case.
Sure.
But if they were to elevate him, which it sounds like they're going to, because if he's an option to start, independent of Riley Leonard, that makes you think that he's going to be put on the active roster.
Well,
and
listen,
maybe Ripien plays the first half.
Okay.
Or maybe in Ripien, if Leonard can't go, but if Ripien can't go, or excuse me, if Leonard can't go this Sunday,
then who's the backup?
It's Phillip Rivers.
Exactly.
It has to be.
Yeah.
So, and then that begs the question: if he's going to be on the active roster, you have to play him, because I'm sure part of it is, hey, from Phillip, I'm doing y'all a favor here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way it's going to be perceived. I'm setting my Hall of Fame clock 5 years. Don't put me on this active roster and not give me a shot to play.
Yeah, don't waste my time.
Because
Especially
that's wasting my time.
And once again, I haven't thought about Phillip Rivers in a long time, set aside from these past weeks now that he's been mentioned. He is probably your best option.
Which is nuts.
Right? Like, Ripien, I think we're all set.
I think so.
Who's the other cat again? The guy from Notre Dame? I keep forgetting his name.
Leonard, yeah.
Leonard, yeah, right, Leonard. Like, I don't think he's going to be your guy going forward.
Ripien.
You're still in, win and you go to the playoffs. So I guess you give yourselves the best shot of doing that with Phillip Rivers. But it's wild, man. It is wild. And once again, we talked about it yesterday. They don't have an option going forward either.
No. They have nothing. So as he said, run the crap out of the ball. He's pretty much going to be in there to.
But if that's the case, then just put Riley Leonard in there. Like, if that's going to be the philosophy.
Well, I think this is just in case Riley Leonard actually cannot go.
Okay, got you. But once again, I mean, and his is a knee.
I believe so.
Okay,
well, it was week to week.
You can jump on one leg and hand the ball off.
Well, and that's my question.
Just don't take off like Daniel Jones did towards the sidelines.
Riley Leonard's a very athletic guy and can run the football. Him on one leg, I mean, sorry. Riley Leonard on one leg is more mobile than Phillip Rivers. You're going to be able to run more of your. It is. I fully believe it. I fully believe it. Riley Leonard on one leg is going to be able to move still way better than Phil Rivers is.
Yeah.
I don't care how active Phillip Rivers has been in the last 5 years. This guy, when he hit his age 30 season, was already just about the most immobile quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's Austin, that's 15 years ago.
Man. I know. Listen.
So I don't care if he's been doing sleds in his backyard or on his ranch or he's been racing his kids. It doesn't matter. Riley Leonard is way more mobile, and I bet you're going to have a better shot to win the game with Riley Leonard. One knee, one leg, 1 foot, one arm, I don't care.
Yeah.
Give it to Riley Leonard. Run the Notre Dame offense. Hand the ball off to JT 30 times. Keep it with Leonard 3 times, one leg and all, just to give the defense another look, and throw 5 screens to Tyler Warren, just like Penn State did in their offense, high school offense. Find a way to get the ball to Tyler Warren and see where you end up.
Tyler Warren, Wildcat formation.
You're not beating the Seahawks anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's a good
Don't waste our time with Phil Rivers and get him crushed and get sent to the hospital, and all of our childhood, nostalgia is immediately gone because he hurt his hamstring in warm-ups.
Dude,
or on
listen,
the first play of the game trying to avoid Leonard Williams. Like, what a disaster.
But listen, man, I'm not going to
keep him on the side.
I will never wish injury on anybody, ever. But, like, Hamby, I'm not worried about it. If it's a hamstring, fine. Hamstrings heal. I just don't want to see, like, a knee or, like, something more catastrophic.
Well, I don't want to see a hard hit to the head either.
We're talking about surgery or something. Yeah. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that with anybody.
No, but the hamstring would be, like, more sad because the hamstring is like, oh, yeah, that's just he's old.
Well, hey, but the hamstring at least, and once again, we're not going to wish injury on anybody, but at least the hamstring is like, hey, that's Father Time reminding you that Father Time is going to do Father Time things.
That's true.
And guess what? Father Time is always undefeated.
It is.
All right? Like, no one's going to get out alive. So if you're 45 years old and you want to play the game, we'll see. If it's a hamstring, okay, let Father Time remind you.
Sure.
I just don't need to be reminded by a catastrophic injury, something like that. And, to finish up this thing before we go to break here, listen, Liam Cohen's alluded to it. James Gladstone's alluded to it. It's entertainment, man. There's some entertainment to it, right?
is.
And you want to talk about a Colts team that we all, I think, kind of agree was dead to rights. It was fun while it lasted. We had good, dude, I was blasting, I was putting out Carly Ursay stuff more than anybody. I was a huge fan.
Yeah.
Well, you lose your starting quarterback, and now you're here. Props to finding a way to stay relevant, because I'm not going to lie. I assume this is going to be a 4:05 game, yeah?
Yeah, I would assume
They're playing in Seattle, I think,
I would
right?
assume so, yeah.
Okay, if they're playing in Seattle, I'm going to tune in and watch.
Oh, yeah, man.
If Philip Rivers is playing, I'm going to tune in and watch, man.
Oh, that's must-see TV.
Let's see Philip Rivers versus Father Time. 4 quarters.
Let's go.
Everything you got. Let's see what it is, man.
I will. That's appointment television.
Yeah. And listen, I understand that we're all cheering for the Seahawks here. Let's just bounce the Colts out.
Yep.
Don't let them worry about the division anymore. It's over. But, man, if I'm cheering for anything, I'm cheering for Philip Rivers to show up and show out. I am. Not win, but, hey, show something for those old-timers out there.
Come on, Phil.
Now, Hamby, real quick before we go to break.
Yes.
If I'm 45 years old and I'm still doing this show,
dude.
First of all, God bless me. But if I'm 45 years old still doing the show, and I'm like, hey, there's a Jake Paul undercard coming up, Hamby, trying to get on it. One last dance, one last go around. Probably got some gray in my beard and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Hamby.
You rock it.
Hamby, do me a favor. Just after the show's over, take me aside and say, what the hell are you doing, Austin?
Hey, remember Phil?
Hey, you remember Phil? Remember our conversation about that? When Brent was gone, it was just me and you trying to hold down the fort.
That's right.
Keep the car on the road.
Yep.
Hey, this one ain't for you. Hamby, you can hold me accountable to that?
I will.
All right, I'm going to hold you accountable. Cool. Sounds great, man. Let's take a break.
All right, let's do it. When we come back, talk some Iceman.
Let's get it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. These guys have been out on the ice. You've seen the commercial now. If you haven't, stick around. You'll see in a couple minutes.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League, known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season. And the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Yeah. Well, you just saw the commercial. The guys take to the ice. Austen throws some shots up.
Yep.
And we're about to be joined by the man that you saw in the middle of that spot.
Hey, by the way, it wasn't Brent Martineau, everybody.
No, it was not.
In case you didn't realize that.
It was an actual goalkeeper with actual goalkeeping skills.
Hey, who I actually apologized to when I hit him like in the face mask the first time with my wrister. I'm like, yeah, I think he's a goalie. I think he's going to be okay. But for some reason, I felt bad about it. I had to apologize.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's welcome him to the show. Michael Bouillon. How we doing, man?
Michael, what's up, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Now, hey, Michael, before we get started here and everything, be honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good was my wrist shot? Was it okay? Was it not to standard? How are we feeling about it?
I mean, I think you had a better wrist shot than Tejas Jordan, but
okay.
I think it was definitely better than expected for sure.
Okay.
It came in with some steam off the head for sure.
For sure. All right, go ahead.
What's better? Austin's shot or your own acting skills?
Oh, definitely a shot, for sure. No, not a doubt in my mind the shot's better.
Yeah. Michael, obviously, the Icemen lost a couple of games. You go in, you give them a little spark. I think you get the dub, if I'm not mistaken. How big of a win was that for you? And, tell us, how the rotations of goalies work, right? Because in the NHL, it's just kind of you rotate. But, with what you're playing, do you kind of ride the hot hand? Is it by committee? How does it work?
Yeah, so to kind of answer the first little bit there, it was huge for me. It was my 3rd game of the year. So it was on, it felt great. The guys really rallied behind and helped me out a ton. And it was huge for us as a team. I think just over the weekend, we just got better and better and better. But yeah, it's massive for us. We're getting back on the winning track. We're getting some momentum going. We've changed a couple things systematically, which has been huge for us. So that definitely made my life a lot easier. To go to the second kind of question there, basically how the rotations work with the coast is guys on NHL deals are kind of they get first pick essentially. So generally, like Ratzi, who's our NHL signed goalie, he'll start the first game of the week. Generally, Rosie, who's our other guy, will start that second game, and then usually Ratzi will play the third. But it kind of depends. Like this week, I knew going in that I was playing that middle game, because they wanted to grab me a game and let me get back into the action of things.
Sure.
But normally, the NHL guy kind of takes the lion's share of the games, and then guys on coast deals will generally be kind of fitted into the backup role essentially.
Michael, talk to us about that mindset then, right? Because I think with any sport, it's one thing to kind of have all those reps and everything kind of be comfortable. And then it's another thing to kind of, come in every once in a while and be required, to get wins and everything. Like, well, what does that do for your psyche? Do you kind of approach the pregame the same every single time? Does it add a little more stress knowing that you're going to go and goal for this game? Like, what goes through your head there?
So I'm very fortunate that I've got a really good mental coach, Eric Hoffberg. So we kind of go over a lot of this stuff and a lot of this mentality. Where my mindset kind of sits a lot of the time is that, I'm in a mentorship role, right? I'm the older guy. This is my 5th year pro, 28 now, right? So I really have to be dialed into kind of the spirit of the love of the game. There's a huge aspect of being okay with not feeling your best, not feeling like you've been in the rhythm quite so much. And it's challenging for sure. Like I don't want to lead you on and say, "Oh, it's easy. It's the easiest thing ever." Like, but it's definitely something that I've had to work through in my career because I've always been the guy on the coast deal. I've always been that guy who, like you said, like gets that hot hand and runs with it sometimes, but a lot of the times, you're sitting there and you're just being patient, you're just waiting. And once that opportunity comes, usually it's sink or swim, right? And I've been fortunate enough in my career to swim. But it's definitely it's not easy, it's very challenging. But I do it for the guys. My mindset is always, it's not I try and tune out like the backstory of the moment. I try and avoid thinking of like all the different ways the game could go because it's so out of your control. There's just so little you can do to enforce a result on a game because there's so many different variables that you have to just be checked into that moment, be where your feet are, think about that next save and kind of forget anything else that could affect how you're thinking about it. And then you love the game, you love the boys, and you just go out there and you go to work and you have fun.
Hamby?
Yeah, Mike, I mean, it sounds like you got a potential future in coaching. Is that something that's ever crossed your mind? And kind of taking on this new role, how long is it kind of taking you to get comfortable with that, being that you're already 5 years into your pro career?
So I am a goalie coach. I run my business in Dallas called Armor Lone Star.
Cool.
The shameless plug, I know. But
Hey, man, throw it on there. That's what we're all about, man. That's what we're all about.
But it's really cool because we have our goalie coach Charles Williams here, and he's awesome, and I've learned a ton from him already, and it's really cool getting to work with him and see, kind of how he operates. But it's also cool because again, I am in that little bit of a mentorship role where I do get to work with both of our goalies who are hyper talented guys. They incredible goalies. But we get to bounce a lot of ideas off each other. I get to really like analyze a lot of their philosophy. I get to go in depth with them, and that's been really cool because not only do I get to share some wisdom and kind of things that I've learned, but also I get to learn a ton from these guys and see like how they got to where they got, what makes them so good, what makes them tick. And for me, that's huge. And it's honestly very, very special. I feel very blessed to be where I am because as I'm sure, not everyone gets to be where we are. Right. I just feel very fortunate, honestly, to be able to learn things like this and to be able to see what I do. And, when you get that chance, it's just like, it's really cool. And that's why it's really easy for me to just be very content with where I am and be very happy. And at the end of the day, like just go to work and enjoy myself.
Michael, real quick. So from where you are now, from where you came from, your story is a little crazy of how you got your start in hockey. Because correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not sure if you want this out there in the airwaves, but you were a figure skater first, and then you became a hockey player later. Is this correct? And is this something I shouldn't be sharing with everybody? I don't want the guys in the locker room figuring this out, but I had to do some research on you, obviously. I had to look some things up. Did you get your start in figure skating?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
sure did.
Yeah.
Very common, I feel like, with
start...
professional hockey players starting as figure skaters. Yes.
Yeah, don't tell Tejas Jordan or Jaden Gadada that. But
okay.
Yeah, I did do my first ever time hitting the ice. My parents loved figure skating, so they brought me out to like a figure skating lesson. And, all the little girls are out there, and they're all standing in line, and I didn't know how to stop yet, and I just barreled through and just knocked every single one over. And the figure skating coach just kicked me right off the ice. So go put him in hockey. He's done.
and then how did so you go from figure skating to hockey, but then how did you become a goalie? Like, did you want to do that? Did the coach think that, maybe couldn't stop, so we got to put you in the net? Like, how did that go?
Honestly, I saw the gear. I saw like Marty Turco and Patrick Wall were my idols growing up. I saw the gear and I'm like, that stuff looks so cool. Like, get me in that stuff. I want to do that. And it was like, players got shifts, right? I don't really want to do the shifts. I just want to be out in the ice the whole time. I don't want to be coming on and off and doing all that stuff. So, for me, it was just like, that's what I wanted to do. I knew that very, very early. I think I was 4 when I first strapped on the gear, and I like, we did half player, half goalie, but I knew I was a goalie from the age of 4 on. So
amazing, man. And then you mentioned, and much to my chagrin, Patrick Waugh, because I grew up a Wings fan, so I feel a certain type of way about Patrick Waugh. Not a big fan of him, but man, you got to respect him. What about Patrick Waugh kind of got your attention a little bit? And have you ever had the fantasy? Has this happened before? Because Patrick Waugh has been known to throw down a couple of times. Have you thrown down in a fight? Like, have you been forced to drop the gloves like he did against Mike Vernon or Chris Osgood back in the day?
So Patty Waugh, a big thing with him was the mentality. Like, you could see it in his eyes, like the way he looked at the game, like he looked at it like a lion about to eat his prey, and for me, it was just so cool. Like, watching, he could just shut down a game like nobody else. And I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I think he's the best goalie in NHL history.
Okay.
I think he's fantastic. And I think a lot of that came down to his mentality, how he viewed the game, how he treated himself on and off the ice, the way he acted. Like, he had a temper for sure, but I mean, he was a pro's pro. And, I really looked up to him as a kid. I was really hoping last year when I was up in Bridgeport camp that I'd get to see him, but I didn't. I was so bummed. I was like, oh, but, like, to answer kind of the second question, go into that one a little bit, like, there's definitely some times where, like, I have a bit of a temper too, for sure. I'm usually pretty happy-go-lucky, but
sure.
Last year I was definitely beaking at the red line with some of the Atlanta goals. I wanted it so bad. I actually had a goalie partner in Savannah when I played there, Michael McNiven. He threw down with Cam Johnson. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
I haven't been in a fight like that though since I was like 14.
Okay. Well, hold up, 14. You got 1 in 14 when you're a goaltender. I mean,
yeah,
dude, you just can't bypass that. I mean, I played hockey until I was in high school, but I've never gotten in a fight or anything. You're 14 years old, getting in your first fight or one of the fights. Talk to us about that real quick.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was I was playing in Philadelphia, so I was playing for the Junior Flyers. We were playing Team Comcast, and I would say our team was chippy, but they were definitely a little bit more chippy than us.
Okay.
And we got in the handshake line because we, like, in minor hockey, you're required to handshake after every game. And one of our guys just cold cocked someone right in the chin, and it was a whole brawl. And so I grabbed and started swinging, and yeah, it wasn't good. I think hockey parents are real crazy. There were some fights breaking out in the stands too.
Without a doubt,
it was wild.
Amazing.
Yeah, so they were just. I'm pretty sure cops were called after that game. It was crazy.
Hamby, you got anything else?
Yeah, I got one more for you. So y'all are away tomorrow night.
Yep.
Looks like. And then 2 home games back-to-back this Friday and Saturday.
And by the way, playing the same team back-to-back nights, you're playing at Savannah. Then, correct me if I'm wrong, then Savannah's playing in Jacksonville back-to-back, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, so we call that like a home and home. So basically, we play at their house and then they play at ours, kind of deal.
Okay. Yep.
So at what point do you kind of know, like you said at the beginning, the rotation, what your expectations should be individually going into a set like this?
So for me, it's a little different. Generally we kind of know who's going to start the first game, just based on the contract situation. But then, it's kind of a feel thing. Like Teeks is, our head coach, Sean Teakle is, he kind of feels it out. Like I think he's very in touch with our room, with who we are as people, and as players. And he kind of wants to feel like the momentum. He wants to feel guys' emotions and things, and see what he needs that night. So it's going to be a little bit up in the air for the next two, or like after tomorrow, it'll be up in the air.
Sure.
But that's just kind of how he plays. Like he rides it, a bit like a wave, and he's very much a player's coach. So, it actually makes really good sense to all three of us. We just kind of have to roll with it as well. And it's good though, because it keeps us in touch as well, and kind of keeps us thinking about things and staying prepared and ready. Rather than like, if you know on the Wednesday that you're not playing at all that week, it might be a little tempting to go enjoy yourself, a couple ice creams and things, but you kind of have to stay prepared. So it's good. And again, we have a really good, we call it Goalie Nation. So like the three of us, Goalie Nation, but we have a really solid one. That we're all three really good buddies, and probably the most supportive group of goalies I've ever played with in my career. Because every time any guy plays well, everybody's like, we're the loudest guys in the room for him, and in general, like we hang out a lot, we do a lot of stuff together, we go out for dinner, like it's really special to be with those two guys for sure.
All right, well, we got the Jacksonville Icemen at home Friday, December 12th. That's going to be Marvel night. And then the following evening is going to be the teddy bear toss for the first goal. You bring a teddy bear, throw on the ice. A really cool event, really cool for the kids as well. So you got the Icemen home all weekend, man.
Don't forget this one, Austin. Next Wednesday, big one, $3 beer and wine.
Don't got to throw me with a good time.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Man. Enough said.
But, who are we playing on that day? Let me look.
Check it out real quick. Wednesday, you're taking on Orlando, the Solar Bears.
Oh, my gosh. Rivalry, $3 beer and wine.
It's enough said.
Let's ride.
Michael Bouillon, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, chatting a little bit. Just keep doing your thing, man. It's been fun to watch this team this year, and obviously in your position where you never know when your name's going to get called up, man, but when it's called up, you start to deliver, man, so we're going to be rooting for you, all right?
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me on, and it was a pleasure.
All right, man. Sounds great.
Keep those shots low, eh?
Okay, yeah, you got it, man. Sorry once again for eating the mask, man. All right, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. All right, Hamby, let's go to break. When we come back, we'll kind of put a bow on the show, wrap everything up, man. And
Tyson Campbell talk.
Oh, we had some Tyson Campbell talk?
Yeah.
All right. Hamby's bringing a Tyson Campbell conversation to the show here on a Wednesday. Can't wait to see where this is going to go.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month, or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day. Just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I wanted to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot,
Oh,
and into the
my
back of the
goodness.
net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
Say he doesn't make a tackle, you still feel like his presence is felt in every single play.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat. You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $100 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game. We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47. CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colt Tilly, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. As we wrap up a Wednesday, Jags getting set to host the New York Jets this Sunday, looking to get their 10th win of the year. Liam Cohen spoke to the media earlier this morning. Not a whole lot to note. So we come with you with a new topic. About Greg Jones. Greg Newsome, not Greg Jones. Noticeably different physique.
Yeah, first team All-Alley Greg Jones, by the way.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Newsome makes his first play as a Jacksonville Jaguar. First big play.
Yeah, and dude had a pretty solid game overall.
Now,
Actually,
should
really
that
solid
play have counted? No, it shouldn't.
Who's keeping track, Andy?
But, hey, got to reward Newsome for fighting through contact, fighting through the ball.
Yeah.
It was a good sign.
Yeah.
It was a good sign for a guy who was healthy, and maybe not. Just didn't see the field at times in the last month.
Mm-hmm.
Was kept on the sideline a little bit, and it's been a little bit hard to figure out.
Sure.
Okay. Just bring him up because it has now come to our attention that the man he was traded for is also struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is going to be a weird one when you look back on it.
Okay.
The Tyson Campbell, Greg Newsome trade. Again, we had kind of chalked it up when Greg Newsome first came and then was benched to, hey, it was a salary dump anyway.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Sure, yeah. You get Tyson Campbell off the books. You get a guy in Greg Newsome that we were told, once again, like, I remember like when we first brought Greg Newsome here, it's like master class and everything. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch a lot of the Browns secondary, so I didn't know how good he was, but everyone was really excited because he was a zone coverage master is what people were saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the stat I'm going off of.
Okay.
Most yards allowed in coverage this season per Next Gen Stats. There's Tyson Campbell, number 1.
Overall, huh?
By a decent margin, 32
Wow.
yards, 665 yards allowed in coverage this year.
That's wild, man. Now, Nico Collins has probably had a good amount of that in the
Yes,
Houston
he
Texans, the one in Jacksonville.
Yep.
But no, and listen, you can say, okay, well, he's playing a lot more man coverage. Okay, but if you're playing zone, take somebody, don't you? Like, to me, it's a really telling stat, Hamby, and maybe this is something that, James Gladstone had the little foresight to. Like, I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched a lot of Browns, once again, on defense, because I feel like Red Zone always wants to highlight Shedeur Sanders, and that's about it. So
Sure.
I'm not, and if Myles Garrett gets a sack. So I'm not sure, like, exactly how Tyson Campbell's been playing, but I think these numbers speak volumes here.
Yeah, it's you hope it is something that Gladstone kind of had foresight on.
Yeah.
And 665 is a ton of yards. Whether it's man zone, it doesn't really matter. And all I know is that if that stat was the way that it is
in Jacksonville,
mm-hmm. and they had this opportunity to make this trade again, everybody would take it to get him off.
Yeah. I think, in hindsight, do people miss Tyson Campbell? I think when he got it was the next week, wasn't it? It was like the pick 6 he got and everything. Everyone's like, oh yeah. James Gladstone, fumbled and everything.
Right.
No, and I get it. It was a great play by Tyson Campbell. Ball kind of just came right into his hands, but he still made the play. More power to him. Right? But, you got to trust the process. And you got to trust the fact that even though he really was a big part of, and I get he gave up the long pass to Nico,
yeah,
but he's also a big part of winning that football game when he punched the ball out of Nico Collins' hands in that fourth quarter.
Right.
Maybe they don't win that game if it's not for Tyson Campbell.
Sure.
So he did some good, but I think this was the long game. And it was the long game in James Gladstone saying, look at how much he's on the books, and does he truly fit this scheme, or will he be a liability? Right? I think Tyson Campbell will still play his best football in Cleveland. I really do. I have that much confidence in Jim Schwartz to figure it out with him, and he'll probably maybe put up some numbers next year once he gets acclimated to the defense. Because keep in mind, we're talking now about his replacement in Newsome. It wasn't like Newsome kind of came on this team and hit the ground running.
Sure.
Last week against the Colts was definitely his best game, but it took some time to adapt and learn the scheme and get there. Right? So we're still learning to really see who Newsome can be as a player on this defense. I think they'll wait and see what Tyson Campbell can do in Cleveland as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's a very telling stat.
Yeah. One last thought, Jags wise before we get out of here. By the way, YB400 said with Eric Murray and Jordan Lewis, them two dudes to make our defense kind of stout. It does help.
It's attitude. There's a lot of things and once again, I'm not gonna lie. When Andrew Wingard, got ruled out, I was a little worried because I feel like that guy specializes in playing on in the box and stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like against the Colts with an injured Daniel Jones at the time, I felt like they're gonna just get the ball to Jonathan Taylor. So I felt like, man, you kind of wish Dewey would be in there for that game just because that's kind of his MO. That's his specialty. But obviously, you got Eric Murray in there causing fumbles and everything. That dude filled right in and did his job. So more props to him.
Okay, 2 things to point out. Eric Murray will be the guest on Jags All Access tomorrow night.
Cool.
String Sports Brewery, Springfield location, 7 o'clock. You can
Who's
also watch
hosting
on
that?
Fox 30. Brent will be back.
Oh, Brent's back? Okay.
Brent will be back for that.
I have no idea when Brent's going to be here.
Not for the show tomorrow,
Okay.
our show, but
Okay.
for Jags All Access.
It's all about priorities, right?
Right?
Yep.
So this is kind of our first opportunity to hear from Eric Murray in a little bit. Obviously, 5 weeks on IR, and it was so big for the Jags on defense in the first 2 months of the season, or first 6 weeks. And obviously, he makes his return last week, plays pretty well. Jags get another dub. Eric Murray will be the guest, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Strings Sports Brewery.
And what location is that again, Hamby?
That's at Springfield.
There you go.
That's at Springfield.
Nicely done.
Another note, Jags-wise. For the first time in December, from Mia O'Brien, who was at Jags practice earlier this morning, for the first time in December, the Jags' entire 53-man roster was on field for the open viewing portion of practice. Ezra Cleveland, the only one in a non-contact penny. It's good news.
Getting healthy, man.
Good news.
You love to see it.
Right at the right time. We'll hope that.
Was Travis Hunter out there? No.
Travis Hunter.
I know. Well, I'm just thinking about man. Hey, we haven't forgot it. Isn't that wild for like as polarizing of
We
a
gotta talk about it
conversation that
tomorrow.
was from the national media? Like he's just an afterthought now.
Afterthought.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably a good thing though, right? Because we don't need the Cam Scatterboo on Monday Night Raw doing all his stuff. And hey, man, hopefully Travis Hunter's getting healthy, in a good frame of mind, and can't wait to use his abilities next year.
Yeah. And we might have to have the conversation once, if it's probably more of an off-season conversation. But if Jacoby Myers is re-signed, what does that do to Travis Hunter's role on offense?
Question.
With BTJ, with Parker emerging, all that good stuff.
What a bunch of fun topics we have to look forward to and not draft talk. I mean, we'd be in shock your mock season before the holidays a couple years ago. I don't know. Let's watch some bowl games. Who we watching? What do we need? Who cares, man?
Yeah.
Let the bowl games bowl. I don't care.
Absolutely.
We have playoffs. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, so that's our. We're gonna go ahead and make that our Republic Services.
Nice, Hamby.
Recycled headlines of the day. RepublicServices.com. The Jags getting a little bit healthier. Ezra Cleveland, only player at practice on the 53. Obviously, Travis Hunter not on the 53 right now. But Ezra Cleveland, the only player on the 53 who was in a non-contact penny.
Okay.
So that's your recycled headline of the day, Jags-wise. We'll have a lot more Jags talk tomorrow, talking Jets and all that stuff. But I also want to throw this out to you. If you're watching right now, this is a must-watch in my opinion.
Okay.
Rivals in uniform.
Oh,
Army
okay.
Navy. This Saturday, Action Sports Jax is putting on a special, a 1-hour special.
Let's go.
Live from Mayport at the Navy base. It's going to be a heater. It's going to be a must-watch. Brent will be out there. Action News Jax Tanika Hughes will be out there. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish will be out there. This Friday at 7 o'clock, sponsored by the Wounded Warrior Project. Jacksonville loves this game. Obviously,
I love this game, man.
Everybody loves this game.
Yeah.
But obviously, as a Navy town, tune into this one. You won't want to miss it.
For sure.
A lot of fun feature stories. And yes, we'll be talking about the uniforms as well.
Got to.
Absolutely. And we'll break down the football on the field as well. It's going to be a fun one. That's Friday at 7 o'clock. Rivals in uniform, Army, Navy, America's Game. Check that out. CBS 47 and Fox.
That's amazing,
40.
man. Listen, like this game, I've said it a lot of times. Like I grew up with this game. It's really one of the only games me and my grandpa used to watch because my grandpa was always working every single day of his life. But like when this game was on, because he served in the Army, we would definitely tune this in. My son and I'm starting the tradition. I have started the tradition. We're gonna watch that game, so we'll definitely tune into that special as well, man. Just because it's the personification of football.
Absolutely.
There's no NIL. There's two teams getting ready to make the ultimate sacrifice and serve their country when they're done. On the biggest stage, the only game I feel like going on right during that time. Like, yeah, man, definitely tune into that special. By the way, real quick, Aaron Glenn has revealed that Justin Fields would not practice today. Brady Cook is getting all the first team reps today. So, hey, Hamby, I mean, we're already sleeping good as it is, right? Let's go ahead and
But
sleep
it's
a
the
little
backup.
better.
You know what that means.
But you know what? We're going to sleep a little better tonight. You know what I'm saying? So for Jason Hamby pushing all the right buttons, Brent Martineau doing Brent Martineau things, for Casey Kurtz, I think we'll be in tomorrow. I'm Austen Lane. Stay safe, stay casual, stay off the internet, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important